obesity, premature ejaculation. What?
Talk sports after hours with Tommy Lugauer, 7 to midnight. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Well. Day number 3 of All-Star Week continues on here on Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash, with Connor Green. And away we go. Today is the opposite of the sports equinox. It's the sports none-o'clocks. I guess if that makes sense, nothing. Tiki, happy no sports day to you, buddy.
Happy no sports today. Except for England.
Well,
Argentina.
To be fair, yes.
Spain, surprise, upset my French favorites. But that's all good. We're not going to talk too much soccer today.
Well, can I get one dad joke in the story?
Go ahead.
I had this thought when France lost yesterday. They went wee all the way home. Thank you. We got that out by 10:01 in the morning. And away we go. So, look, here's how today is going to work on this show. There's going to be some All-Star talk. I want to get some thoughts on the All-Star Game to start. But in the end, this is a big football, moving the ball down the field. We're 10 days away from Giant training camp. I walked around. My local village did one of these, close down the streets with the local bars, block party kind of thing yesterday, happy hour.
Right.
So I walked in, and a couple people that came up to me, nice things about the show, all had the same theme. Football. What do you think of the Giants this year? What do you think of the Jets this year? Football. I could tell football's on people.
No, everybody's doing their previews. Everybody's starting to talk about. I mean, look, the Hall of Fame teams that are playing Arizona, and I'm forgetting the other one now.
Carolina, Kuechly,
right? Because Kuechly and then obviously Larry Fitzgerald as well. So the Hall of Fame game teams start camp next week.
So we're in it, man.
So
we're
here.
We're going to be in it.
It's
we're going to be in
here.
it.
And so the previews are starting to happen. People are starting to get excited. And the architect just came up to me and said, "Hey, we're going to have a good Giant season this year." So it's percolating in the air, and it's going to be time soon to start digging into both of our local teams.
Exactly. So here's the thoughts on the All-Star Game as we then forward this to football, and we can get you on the phones on all these topics at 888-808-1019. Overarching theme, last night's All-Star Game was extremely boring. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I felt nothing as the Yankee players kind of had back-to-back hits and Cody Bellinger wins the MVP. I love that for them.
But think about that. Cody Bellinger won the MVP with a single 2-run RBI in the first inning.
Well, okay.
Think about that.
All right, so can I give you my Yankee thought on the All-Star Game?
Go ahead.
I found last night kind of poetically ironic that for all the yelling and screaming that gets done on this radio station and by Yankee fans, and I'm guilty of this as well with the Yankees are so homer or nothing. You watched last night, and granted, there was no Aaron Judge, there's no Shohei Ohtani, Paul Skeens didn't pitch, Mizrachi didn't pitch, Littler didn't pitch, and that was part of it. The All-Star Game was boring. Some of the big stars you wanted to see didn't participate, whatever. The Yankee players end up determining the outcome of the game with small ball. Back-to-back singles to give them a 3-0 lead. It's not till Vargas hits a home run later on. So for all the Yankees hit too many homers, in a collection of the game's best stars that were available to play last night, the game is won by small ball, and the 3/4 of the run are knocked in by the Yankee players playing small ball.
Yes.
Is there not a sense of irony there, Tiki?
Well, it also is a sense of, this isn't irony. I think it's just coincidence that the National League met it all over themselves.
Yes.
But what I mean by that is that other than Juan Soto, no other starter in the All-Star Game had a hit.
You're right.
The only hits came from the substitutes, Pico Armstrong, and who was the other hit? Lopez.
Lopez,
right.
Yeah.
Other than those two, Juan Soto was the only starter in the National League that got a hit. And as I'm watching this game, I'm sitting there saying, this is the Mets. The National League is the Mets. This is LD Mets in a guise of a National League All-Star team. So, sorry, Met fans. Juan Soto is still, I don't know, the only one doing anything, even when it's not your team.
Tiki, we are simpatico. I could tell this is now the 4th summer we've worked fully together besides knowing each other, because I didn't talk about this with you. But this is right in my notes. Last night, I felt like, from a National League perspective, I was watching yet another Met game.
I know.
Juan Soto gets a hit. Nobody else does. They're shut out. They're lifeless. So, yes, there are probably plenty of you on the phones. And Yankee fans, I'm assuming, when Ben Rice and Cody Bellinger determine the outcome of the game, are excited by that. Mm-hmm. But if you stayed through the 9 innings last night, like I did and grinded through, and you watch all the Met games or most of the Met games, like we do as people that work at the station or live in here in New York, I just felt like I didn't get the release of the New York Mets stench. And I watched a Met game that masqueraded as an All-Star game last night.
Mets suck.
They really do.
That's what it felt like. It felt like that to me. So that made me long for football after. So in the end, look, you're going to get hot takes today wherever you turn. I saw Buster Olney was on ESPN saying, man, the All-Star game, we better fix this. There were fans leaving in the 8th inning. Yeah, the game sucked, Buster.
Right.
And that's baseball. Like last year we had a swing off, and we were doing this very show the day after going, how thrilling was that? Could baseball ever end in that? We just didn't get a juicy storyline out of this. We almost did with Junior Caminero getting hurt. Yep. Luckily, the x-rays were negative for him. I'm not going to lie to you. As a Yankee fan, was there a point where I looked at him and this could be good for the Yankees? Yeah, like I'm going to be transparent with that. Root for injuries, but if they happen, you understand how they benefit your team. But he seemingly is fine. There's nothing sexy that came out of this game.
Nothing was in this game, and when the fans are leaving, they're leaving because the players are leaving. It's the same.
Yes.
It's the same thing we talked about yesterday.
You think Cody Bellinger regretted winning the MVP because he had to stick around?
Absolutely.
You know, his kids come on the field and I'm like, Danny, we're supposed to leave in the 5th.
Luckily for him, the trip home is not that far. I mean, he probably could have gotten home before 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock this morning or so if he wanted to. He probably stayed, but you know what I mean.
There were fans, I'm sure, from New York that got home by then.
Right. It's an easy trip for him to get home. But for those players that were elsewhere around the country, they were out.
Totally.
I'm gone.
Totally. I did think that, though. As the game just had no runs, I thought, oh, my God, Cody Bellinger just wants to get the hell out of there, and he's going to win the MVP, but he's got basically the only 2 RBI in the game. It was incredible. But, look, the game ends. Now we get a nice little reprieve. The Mets then will relock and load for Philly tomorrow, which, God help us, have to get through the rest of this Mets season. But the truth is, Tiki, I thought about this as we were in like the 7th inning, 8th inning, meandering through. I said, all right, we got a couple shows left the rest of the week. We have a summer to get through. Football's coming. I had people coming up to me, like I said, talking football. What are like the biggest storylines left in New York sports this summer? Okay, this is what crossed my mind.
Go ahead.
I don't think at this point with free agency, the Knicks become a story again until like late September when they're in camp.
No.
Even if LeBron signs somewhere with a rival, like a minor blip story, which we'll get to.
I think the only thing that will bring the Knicks up is if Jalen Brunson's surgery on his left wrist becomes an issue.
Okay.
Like it's not, it looks bad. He had to have another procedure. It's not going to happen, but that's the only way you're talking about the Knicks.
Okay. So to me, the 3 biggest stories the rest of the summer in New York are, number 1, the Yankees and Rays jostling for the AL East and what Brian Cashman does to try to help them.
Agreed.
Okay.
Trade deadline for the New York Yankees.
And that's going to tie into
I guess
the division.
To an extent, who the Mets get rid of.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So deadline and how that positions the Yankees to chase down the Rays. Because the Yankees and Rays, this feels like it's going to be a thing this summer. That's story number 1, which we were going to get to, as you know, Tiki, plenty this summer, the rest of the summer.
Of course.
Number 2, the de facto return date of Aaron Judge. We still haven't gotten word on that re-imaging that was supposed to take place during this All-Star break. My guess is we won't hear until Aaron Boone speaks on Friday what goes on there. There's a big series coming up with the Dodgers. But Aaron Judge and the return of him, what does that look like? When does it happen? Does it happen? That's story number 2. And to me, undoubtedly, story number 3 had some gasoline poured on it yesterday for more speculation, and that is the health of Malik Nabers.
Yeah.
Because as training camp starts for the Jets and Giants in a week to 10 days, 2 weeks for the Jets, whatever it may be, Tiki, I asked you to start listing what's like the things we're going to focus on when training camp starts or what becomes stories. Yeah, how John Harbaugh runs a camp will be interesting. I'm sure we're going to get stories. Jaxson Dart struggling in practice. The blown. We're going to get that story is going to come out in training camp. The Jets and wow, you know what? These young guys are pretty good. Or man, Geno Smith looks bad. Or we're going to get all that. But the number 1 story that is going to be monitored throughout either of these teams in training camp is Malik Nabers practicing yet?
Yeah.
When's Malik Nabers come back?
Yeah.
How come we don't have Malik Nabers up there?
That's only because of the connection that the wide receiving core has with their star young quarterback in Jaxson Dart. We all expect Jaxson Dart to take the next step towards being one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL in this season. It always happens. Either you take a huge leap in year 2, a la Patrick Mahomes, or you have a sophomore slump that leads to some question marks, a la Carson Wentz. So I think that this is a big season for Jaxson Dart. I have no doubt that he's going to take a step forward. He just feels like that kind of I got it. I learned from it. I'm going to be better. But he's only going to be better if his wide receiving core is full, dynamic, and gives him the ability to have some explosive plays in the pass game. And Malik Nabers is the one to do that. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. They have 14 wide receivers.
It's crazy.
14. Most teams keep 6.
Yeah, some keep 6.
Right.
It's amazing how those two numbers just always find
Well, that's why it became such a meme, because they kind of go together. But I think that the Giants have some real decisions that are going to start being discussed in 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Like, let's call it a week in the training camp. Who looks great? Who looks average? Who looks bad? Because there are going to be some names that we know that we kind of think can be good NFL players, could be good for the Giants in the receiving core, that are going to get cut. Like, this is, I'm trying to think of the last time the Giants were in this position where they were going to have to cut a good player and as a wide receiver. Like, forever.
I can't remember how many times in the last 5 years, maybe once, that the Giants cut a player that another team actually wanted to claim.
That's right.
At any position.
Right. They cut their players. They bring them back on the practice squad.
Exactly. So, that's a good sign for the Giants' step. But as far as Malik Nabers goes, Tiki, you're the best at this, dissecting what a soundbite means. So John Harbaugh went through a bit of a car wash of sorts yesterday. He was on the Dominique Foxworth show. I'm going to play a clip about Jaxson Dart in the second hour of the show. But as far as Malik Nabers goes and the timetable, here's what John Harbaugh had to say.
I would say they're on schedule. Now, people hear that and they're like, well, what does that mean? It's like, well, I don't really know because nobody knows. They're doing well and they're getting better every day. I feel like Scan will be ready for early on in camp right away, pretty quick. And then Malik will be working his way into practice as camp gets started one way or another. And to what degree we will find out, but there's a lot of optimism around both those two guys right now. I feel really good about their respective paths, and they should be pretty early. I don't want to make any guarantees, but I think you'll see a lot of those guys this season. Scats, is further ahead, quote unquote, based on the type of injury, but Malik is not far behind. He's in a good place right now.
Okay, so people obviously freaked out about this, overreacted because
I don't know how you overreact to that, though.
Well, I think people are like, wow, Malik Nabers is well ahead of schedule. Here's the thing. The Giants have basically been saying this, Tiki, now, like about Nabers in a positive tone for a while.
They've been saying it in a positive tone for a while.
So what did you make of that?
But then we saw him at that softball game and like, dude, you're lying to us. Mm-hmm. There's no way that's on schedule because he tore his ACL before mid-October. So
it was week 4.
Right. So here, we're 8 months in, and he looked like that.
Right. And that was 2 months ago now, too, though.
That's what I mean. So, I guess 2 months is a big deal, but he looked bad.
He did.
And so, start with Cam Scattervoo. He's going to be fine. Like, he's running around. He's going to be okay. I think they're delaying at the beginning of training camp just because you need to make sure that he can do a full load. You can, as you rehab, you're working out for an hour or so, 2 hours a day or so. Training camp is like 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
So it's just a different load you have to worry about. He'll get acclimated really quickly. And the same thing, in theory, is what Malik Nabers is going to have to get reacclimated to. I just am doubtful that he's going to be pain-free, swelling-free, and fully viable for a good portion of training camp. Unless I'm just shocked by it.
Yeah, I am too.
And by the way, he told you this. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Right. That's the other. I'm glad you brought that up because that's the other part of the clip. He says at the beginning, who knows? I don't know. But then still puts the positive spin on it. So, again, I think this is just one of those things. It's going to be on how Nabers reacts every step of the way. But I will say this, Tiki. You mentioned 14 wide receivers. The Giants better be right on the timetable for Malik Nabers. Let me just say that. Because if you're not going to have him start on the PUP, the PUP list, which now is only 3 weeks of regular season time if you don't activate him for the end of camp, I don't want to cut, let's just say, a Juju Smith-Schuster.
Right. Or a guy like Bo Collins.
Right. Because I want to force the issue with Malik Nabers, and then we're sitting there week after week to start the year, and then Malik Nabers doesn't play till week 4 anyway.
Right.
I hope that they have the sense to be right. I'll be thrilled if Malik Nabers is like ahead of schedule or on schedule, whatever you're even considering that now. But again, I'm in no rush to rush Malik Nabers back because I'm seeing the big picture here. It's year number 3 of his career. I want Malik Nabers to be a New York Giant for the next decade, thriving with Jaxson Dart.
Yes.
And if I have to sacrifice a month of September football of Malik Nabers in 2026, where, look, we could talk about our aspirations for the Giants and what's considered a success. I don't think they're winning a Super Bowl this year.
No.
I want them to take a next step forward. So if that
you
means
want a winning season.
Exactly. And I think a winning season can be accomplished if Malik Nabers sits out the first couple weeks. It still can be accomplished, and we'll talk about that more later, but just be right. That's all I ask about the Giants. Handle Malik Nabers the right way.
Yeah, by the way, they almost won games without him. They won a couple of games without him last year.
And they scored.
And they scored a ton of points without him last year.
Yeah, they lost games without him because the defense couldn't stop the run.
Right. Exactly.
And they didn't have Isaiah Likely either.
Or they couldn't stop dynamic quarterbacks, as we saw with Caleb Williams and some of these other guys who just diced them up in the second half of some of these games. But I think Malik Nabers, if he somehow comes back and is healthy, then how the excitement that the Giant fan is going to feel is going to be ridiculous. And that's what we want.
Yes.
But I would caution that you're going to get it right when you want it.
Yes. So where are we at? When will Malik Nabers return? Do you take that as a positive spin? And the All-Star Game last night, did you enjoy it? Were you bored? Did it remind you of yet another Met game? And how about the Yankees? A little small ball wins the game. All of that on the table and more. I even have a scientific question and topic for Tiki later in the show.
Nice.
Spoiler alert, I want you to think about it. The daylight savings story, which is not going to go away. We're going to have some fun today. Look, it's Wednesday of All-Star break. If you're here, you're here for the fun. You're here for the nonsense. And you're here for some of the sports that we've talked about as well. It's WFAN. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash. Connor Green here as well. Your calls at 888-808-1019 when we come back. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo, which sold over 1 million shirts. Well, now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer, and this thing is legit. Sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, on these jackets, you can get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my buddies over at collarsandco.com. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com, or go check out their new boutique up on 182 Columbus Avenue on the Upper West Side.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by the Martin Tuckman School of Management at NJIT.
The Yankees head into the All-Star break with momentum after winning their last 4.
That baby's gone! Ben Rice rings the bell again!
Ben Rice has been red hot, providing big hits and big power during the Bombers' surge.
We always had faith in ourselves that we were going to turn the corner.
And now the focus shifts to the second half of the season.
All our hopes and dreams are there for the taking. You know, we've at least put ourselves in a position to go realize our ultimate goal of playing and winning a championship.
The chase continues after the break, and you can catch all the action here on your home for Yankees baseball. 1019 FM WFAN, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
The World Cup is here. NJIT's Martin Tuckman School of Management has bridged business and tech to build the ultimate digital fan hub. See how loud your city is and track fan data in real time. Be part of the game. Visit njit-worldcup.com.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible. But Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
Orgavada Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together. so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
If you're still using a sports book to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve, but my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Hey everyone, Boomer Esiason here. I've spent years on the field learning what really matters most: reliability, consistency, and trust. That's why I love Red Pocket Mobile. You choose from 3 major 5G networks, plans start at just $10 a month and stay there. Plus real customer care answers in under 2 minutes. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Hey, it's Shaun Morash. I got to sit down with Will Ferrell and the cast of The Hawk. So how does Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins compare to other Will sports characters?
I guess there's more Ricky Bobby in Lonnie, but I would say that Lonnie's the biggest narcissist I've ever played.
It may be the greatest comeback story in golf history. Classic Will Ferrell in The Hawk. And The Hawk is coming to Netflix tomorrow.
The savings are here! The savings are here!
Happy birthday, America!
It's America's 250th birthday.
We're celebrating all month long at Nielsen Dodge
by giving you freedom of choice. Save up to $250 off service. Save up to $250 off accessories.
with leases for $250 or under.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. Just $250 a month. Yes, just $250 a month.
There's always zero down payment. The credit help you need. More savings with your trade-in.
And of course, great deals. For leases $250 or under, hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Fun is in the driver's seat.
Make this the summer event. With approval, term 24 months, due at sign, 6343, add tax tag and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code RUN5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code RUN5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code RUN5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Start your day with Boomer and Geo. Join the conversation weekday mornings from 6 to 10. Call 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The American League topped the National League in a very boring All-Star game in Philadelphia last night for some, 4-0. Ben Rice drove in a run. Cody Bellinger drove in the first 2 runs, giving Cody the Yankees' first All-Star Game MVP since Giancarlo Stanton in 2022. I think we forget that Giancarlo had that.
Yeah.
So that is your Fan Focus. I will tell you the funny thing about that. Connor, you would know this. Did Lugauer work last night? Was he on?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I believe this was the All-Star Game in 2022. Little like peel back the curtain on sports radio. I was asked, I guess it was by Spike at the time, I did an open night All-Star Game up against the All-Star Game, 7 p.m. to midnight.
Wow.
Solo. And that night, of all the nights I had ever done a solo show, I've done a lot of weekends, overnights, like all that time coming up. For some reason, that night during the All-Star Game, man, it felt grueling. So I wonder how Lugauer did. Like, we did a lot of football.
You mean long and pointless?
Look, there's never a point like when you get an opportunity to host here. But yeah, like there were times I questioned how many people were actually listening. Because you look up at the caller board and go, whew, All-Star Game's on, nothing else going on. Because remember, now you also got to counter program. Baseball's on, so you're going to not do baseball. I did a lot of football. It was fine, but I thought about that because when I saw this break last night, I'm like, Giancarlo Stanton, why do I not remember that much? And then I saw a clip from that game. It was Jose Trevino made the All-Star team, Nestor Cortez for Yankees. Like, there's a weird Yankee here.
I do remember
and
that.
I'm
Nestor
like,
Cortez.
That's why I barely remember it. Yeah, because I watched it on mute while doing a show open night. So I wonder how Lugauer handled last night. Probably
Luke evening. I know they were trying to figure out how to get Netflix on the TV, so on Monday for the Home Run Derby.
Yeah, it's tough. That's the other thing with streaming. It's tough in these offices to get that on. All right, we'll get back to your calls. 888-808-1019. Shaun and Old Bridge starts us off. Shaun, what's up, man?
How's it going, guys? Good morning to you both.
What's up, man?
Good morning.
I'm doing good. So I thought the All-Star Game last night was really, really good. Even though there were I know there were some parts that were not that great. Of course, so the hitting was kind of quiet, even though it was
the first inning. It was over until one homer later.
I know that's crazy. I know that's crazy, but there were some plays defensive plays that I saw that were kind of really cool. Especially from the boots, I think the Clement, I think is his name. He did
Ernie Clement, yeah.
When it came to him, he did a beautiful play, throw to first. So I thought that was awesome.
All right,
all in all, in my opinion, I thought it was pretty good.
I don't know. Shaun, listen, it's just not my cup of tea for that type of baseball game. But I also am not going to complain about it because That's baseball. There are certain games you get with offensive fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain games you get with great dominant pitching, and there are games you get like last night. Here's the thing. Last night at 4-0 with a final, the problem with a game like that, I never felt like I watched all-star pitchers dominate. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you can't because they don't ever get a chance to dominate because they're pitching one inning.
Yeah, but even in those innings, at least if I saw Mizorowski or I saw Skeens, Skubal to an extent, Schlittler last time, maybe I'd be like, wow, look, man, these stars were just mowing them down. I mean, look, be honest. I don't care how diehard a baseball fan you are. Look at the box score from this game.
Yeah.
When you got past Joe Ryan pitching for the American League and you watch who was mowing down the National League, like, come on. With all due respect, last night they made Cade Smith out to be Mariano Rivera. And he's a nice story. I mean, that was absurd.
You weren't excited about Riley O'Brien in the National League,
Well,
who
that
hit
was the
Junior
other
Caminero?
thing. Riley O'Brien comes into this game. He's the third pitcher used by the National League. And Riley O'Brien essentially took over for, who was the stiff the Mets traded for last year? That was the Cardinals closer. Why am I forgetting his name?
Oh, Helsley.
Helsley, yes.
He's basically become the Cardinals closer since. He's pitching to a 3.43 ERA. He's blown 4 saves this year. And, like, you might look at some of these numbers and they're similar to David Bednar. Like, David Bednar wasn't an all-star. David Bednar's been far more dominant than Riley O'Brien has. He's the third pitcher out for the National League, and he almost kills Junior Caminero. That's what I'm talking about. Like, at no point did I watch last night's All-Star Game and go, look at these all-star pitchers. I mean, the last guy, and the Yankees are in the division with the Rays. Brian Baker comes out of the bat to close the game for the last out. But this mother, you know what, made the All-Star team, and he's closing out this game? I couldn't believe it. John and Maspeth. John, what's up?
Hey, John.
Hey, what's up, fellas? So I have a trade scenario that it won't happen because it's just a crazy, huge trade. But both fan bases, will hear it and just go, that's not a bad idea.
All right, John, now, I'm going to let you go. John, I'm going to let you go. But for the sake of, I'm going to let you do this. No,
please,
I'm going to let you do it.
Please.
I just want to do this setup. For the sake of All-Star Week, just know, whenever you start a call with, this trade will never happen, we're already in bordering on waste of time territory. Yes. But I'll let you cook.
They better make it interesting.
All right, so let me set it up. The Houston Astros have the worst farm system in baseball, right? The worst. Now, they have money tied up in big contracts between Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, and Lance McCullers that only have about 2 years left.
Okay.
Now, because they got those big contracts tied up and the worst farm system, there's really not much room for them to improve at the trade deadline because there's going to be so many buyers and so few sellers where they probably can't have enough prospects to buy what they need to compete in the postseason.
Okay.
But since their farm system is so terrible, and they learned from the past because they built their championship team off cheating, yes, but they also built it off of
John, you got to get to the trade, man.
Years.
Yeah, what's the trade?
You got to get to the trade.
Okay. You got Yordan Alvarez, Josh Hader, and Hunter Brown available for the next 2+ years, along with Jeremy Pena and Isaac Paredes. So you got a DH, a shortstop, a third baseman.
You're getting the 5 best Astro players for what?
Starter and a closer.
All right, what are we giving up?
You trade him to the Yankees. And Cashman goes, pick 30 of the prospects that you want. Because Tiki...
30?
John, I got to let you go.
30? What is he talking about?
I got to let you go, and I love
30 prospects.
John makes me laugh a lot. I want to be as transparent as possible.
I couldn't even follow it.
Today is
when he got the Pena, I was like, what?
What? Exactly. Today is one of those days. It's honestly for you guys, the fans. You want to call about fun stuff, sports stuff, like, we have fun today. But I don't think we could go into take the Astros' 5 best players and Brian Cashman has them pick 30 prospects territory. Because who, John, ask yourself this as you sit now and you turn this off and you're probably driving past Citi Field beeping your horn again. Ask yourself this. Who did that phone call service other than you? Connor, do you want to help me? I mean, you screened it.
Maybe it's a possibility. They get the top 5 Astros players for 30 prospects.
Did it make you think?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
You're lying.
It made me feel sorry for John, who I actually like and think is funny.
He is funny. He's
that
great.
that sucked.
He took him a long time to get to the trade itself.
Yeah, early candidate for something worse than the All-Star game last night.
He was even boring himself.
Yeah, exactly. If you have to explain Carlos Correa's contract to get to Jeremy Pena and Alvarez traded. Glenn and Clifton. Glenn, what's up?
Hey, Glenn.
Good afternoon. Well, it's still good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
All's well.
What's up, Glenn?
I know it's a little slow, so listen, Tiki. First thing I wanted is, I spoke to you before. I don't know if I ever mentioned it. Thank you for the memories. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I appreciate that.
I've been going to games for 30 years now. We've had our own season tickets, my father and I, for 20-plus years.
Damn.
That 99 team, that championship game, you were talking about it yesterday. At the end of the game, first of all, it's the greatest sporting event that I've ever been to live.
Right.
The Giants just dominated in every way.
Yeah, the 2000 season.
Yeah, 2000 Giants, sorry. At the end of that game, Wellington Mara comes out and accepts the trophy for the NFC Championship. And I don't know what he said, but he gave a little speech.
Yeah.
And there I am. My back is up against the wall. That's how high up we were sitting. Last row of the stadium in the end zone. And he's giving his speech, and there's a teardrop coming down my eye. And I'm thinking, God, I can't cry. I'm sitting here with my father. And I turn to my left, and I look at my father, and there's a teardrop coming down from his glasses, running down his cheek. To this day, I still get choked up. It's one of the greatest memories I'll ever have. And I'm really looking forward to this season. We're all going to the Giants-Dallas game. Giants are going to make the playoffs this year. They're going to beat Dallas week 1. Mark my words. And on that note, gentlemen, have a good day.
Let's go, Glenn.
That's amazing.
That's a good way to fix the John and Cole. Let's get fired up for the Giants.
I love that. Here's the quote. Remember, this was the Giants team that was referred to as the worst team ever to win home field advantage in the National Football League. Today, we became the worst team ever to win an NFC championship. And in 2 weeks, we're going to try to become the worst team ever to win the Super Bowl.
Yes. And by the way, the line that gets me is not, you don't even include there, on this field of painted mud.
Yeah.
There was something about the way Wellington painted that picture that day.
He was the best.
Oh, and I was with him. I totally get it. You know what scares me, Tiki? Because I don't consider myself old. I'm a year away from 40. The interns we have around here, as I've gotten to know their sports fandom, they were all born after that year.
Wow.
None of them were alive for the 2000 Giants.
Wow.
It's not that long ago.
Some of them will say, here, Wellington Mara. Is that his name's on the Duke?
Exactly.
His name's on the ball.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it is.
Like, that is an entire generation of people who are functioning adults now who that era just doesn't exist. It's like, to me, what like the 70s Thurman Munson Yankees must feel like. Crazy. All right, Larry in Utica. Larry, what's up?
Yeah, how you doing, Shaun? Did you hear the interview when they were interviewing both managers?
On and off, I got to be honest with you.
After the game?
My kids were annoying me during the game, but yes.
So that was during the game. So I know they do testing for players. They need to do testing for managers for drugs.
Why?
Here's Dave Roberts. They interviewed and said, who do you think is going to be the MVP to both players? Dave Roberts' answer was, well, my guy just went one scoreless inning. He's going to go out again for the second. 2 scoreless innings. He goes, he could possibly be it. I know they don't give it to losing teams, but he's got a shot.
Oh, Roboleski?
Yeah. Justin
Was
Roboleski.
he really serious?
I mean,
he could have been serious.
He was probably trying to prop his guy up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the reasons that the Dodgers are the best team
Thanks,
in baseball
Larry.
right now. Their pitching staff has been ridiculous. And Roboleski was good until he gave up a home run. He had 5 strikeouts in the 7 batters he faced.
Look, I think what happens in these All-Star games now more than ever, and you saw it with John Schneider when he said he was going to start Dylan Cease basically no matter what. I think, boy, we deal with it with Aaron Boone in the courts all the time. It almost feels like major league managers more than ever have to go above and beyond defending or like propping up their own guys, like with today's athlete.
Yes.
And I think that's all it is. I think if he goes on there and goes, well, man, Cody Bellinger had a big hit there, I think his own player's going to go, oh, you didn't believe in me? I did well, too.
Right.
It's something so stupid, but I don't know, T. Maybe it just speaks to the fragility of today's athlete.
I don't even know if it's that. It's the perception, social-wise, that's going to happen if you don't prop up your athlete.
Yeah.
I don't think the athlete themselves are like, oh, my God, Dave Roberts didn't have my back. Screw him. As soon as I can get out of here, I'm out of here. I think Dave Roberts is just cognizant that if he says anything that is not even disparaging but could be twisted into disparagement about one of his players, that social media is going to pick on and be like, oh, my God, did you see what Dave Roberts said?
Right.
And
And it blows up.
You see this? And it blows into something nonsensical. So I think managers are just becoming more aware of the media side of this, really the viral media that ends up taking over narratives around their teams.
Which is sad that's
Very
what the
sad.
world's
All
come
right
to.
there in front of us.
It is right in front of us, Connor. Aiden on Long Island. Aiden, what's up?
Hey, Aiden.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I just got a question for Tiki.
What's up?
So I'm a Mets fan, and so I've just been watching Lindor and Soto and all this media surrounding them about their relationship and whatnot. So I just want to ask, from your playing days, if you have any. Well, it was before my time, but I just wanted to ask if you had any experience being the guy in that storyline, having to show up and play alongside someone while everyone's watching and analyzing if you're actually getting along.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is as a teammate, you have to like your teammate.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's another star teammate, do you have to like that person in order to play with them? I fortunately didn't have that. I kind of got along with everybody. So there wasn't ever a situation where I was like, dude, I hate you, but look, we got to grind together in order to win something. But I feel like it doesn't matter. Like, what you feel about, who cares? You don't have to be friends.
Right.
To be great together.
I was just saying.
You know what? The perfect example is I didn't like my coach. Tom Coughlin was a pain in the butt. Now, I respected him, but it's not like we were like hanging out having beers. Now, if you go forward, go backwards actually and rewind, if Jim Fossil would have been like, hey, Teak, you want to go grab a beer? Been like, absolutely, let's go.
Right. But it's different.
I would hang out with him.
But you could respect people you don't hang out with and just go, you're not my cup of tea socially, but I respect the work
That's
ethic.
it. And that's what I feel like is going on with Lindor and Soto, because both of them want to be great. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Now, Lindor is not showing it as of late with the errors and I guess I can't even say lack of hitting because he was only running scored some runs for him the other day. But it's just, he's off. This has been an off season because of how it started for him.
With the hamate bone, yeah.
Yep. And then obviously he had the calf injury, so he's missed a lot of time. This was a disjointed lead up into the regular season for Francisco Lindor, and then it was a truncated season because he got hurt. It's just weird for him. He's used to playing every day.
Yep.
He's used to not missing any time, maybe getting off the slow starts, but then grinding his way into being one of the best players on the team.
The numbers are always there at the end of the year.
It's not happening for him this year. So I can explain away Lindor, but I don't think it has anything to do with his relationship with Juan Soto.
No, and for Lindor, let's be honest, for as bad as the Mets seasons have become at times, like even when he got off the slow starts, the Mets ended up rallying a couple years ago, having that amazing run. Last year,
he was a big part of that.
Right. Last year, they weren't really out of it until they were out of it. This is just, for all the LOL Mets stuff, this is such a unique situation where they've been so dead and buried for so long, and then you're just watching him struggle and then come back, that I just think everything's way more magnified. It just is. And Lindor's going to take the brunt of it, which is funny because the team didn't want to name him captain before the year, and he still has to pay the price like he is the captain of the team, which is just very ironic that he's left out to dry. Brett on Long Island. Brett, what's up?
Hey, Brett.
Yeah, Tiki, this is the guy that said he'd put you through the wall, and I still would. You eat plants and drink green juice, okay? You're done, bro.
Let's go.
And, Shaun, what are you talking about? You know, what kind of stupid take is that? Like, the Giants can't win a Super Bowl this season, so you're going to be patient with Malik Nabers. How about the experts have them both on schedule, Shaun?
Okay.
How do you say that?
What do you mean, have Nabers on schedule? My point is, I'm not rushing him for the sake of rushing him. I care about the big picture, Malik Nabers.
Who's rushing him? They're holding him back. He's on a timetable.
Brett, of
He's
course.
on schedule. Don't talk like that, Shaun.
Don't talk like that. How about I'll do whatever I want? Here's Brett doing the McMonagle won't take my calls anymore, so let me fire up here. I never said that the Giants are rushing him. I said I hope
that they're not.
That they're not, because
by the way, I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either. I think that John Harbaugh has this under control. I was just painting a hypothetical picture that fans are going to be urgent to have him. I hope the Giants just don't do it. I don't think they will. What? Is that something wrong to say? To hope that something doesn't happen that you don't think will happen? That's just natural conversation.
I just hope he's healthy.
Yeah.
Whenever he starts playing, be healthy. Be a baller.
Yeah.
Be what we saw in year one. Because that's the Malik Nabers that we need. And if he has the type of season that we can extrapolate from year one and now in year three, the Giants are going to be really damn good.
Of course. And, oh, by the way, if the Giants surprise the world this year and go to a Super Bowl a la the Patriots or dare win a Super Bowl, I'll be the first one at the parade.
By the way, anything can happen in the NFL.
Of course.
Anything can happen.
Excuse me. And this is where I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. Imagine a half an hour ago before Brett's call, I came in and said, well, let's be honest, the Giants have a shot to win a Super Bowl this year. Do you think there'd be more calls like Brett or 5 people going, look at this homer on the, like, I'm just being a realistic Giant fan.
But you can't even say that because it's.
Of course.
I don't even think you realistically believe it.
So, yes. So I get crap for being realistic and down the middle?
Right. You can hope that would happen.
You don't believe in the team, Sean.
It's unbelievable. You guys are hot
I mean,
stuff.
just because
You
you've
really
never
are.
believed in your Jets, Connor, please stop.
Exactly. Speaking of Connor, Tiki. You're Tiki. You're fashionable. Connor is more in my realm of, when we feel like dressing up, we feel like dressing up. Do you want to remind the audience of today's weather?
It's like 1,000,000 degrees outside.
Could be a record high for New York today.
Yeah.
Connor Green comes in. And I understand it gets a little chilly in the studio. A very thick hoodie and very thick jeans, and I think boots.
Well, they're UGG slip-ons, but they're like a summer UGG shoe.
Ah.
And I didn't wear the hoodie all the way on the commute. I just brought it in my bag to wear it at work because it does I like to bump the AC to 67 and then put the hoodie on.
Connor is dressed as if it's like, man, I got to run out to the store the day before Thanksgiving to get something.
When I was coming up the elevator today, everybody in that elevator was sweating. And they walked like 2 blocks, not like 8. They'd walked like 2 blocks outside. They were sweating. I have a long sleeve shirt on.
Yeah. But it's lighter than what
very
Connor's wearing.
thin.
Yeah.
But I wore it today because I knew it was going to be freezing in the studio.
I mean,
well,
look,
I'm just a big hoodie guy, and this is why one of the reasons I can't stand the summer because I like to wear a hoodie. I like to wear jeans. I'm not a big shorts guy.
I don't
can't
get
stand
I
the
don't
summer.
Get it.
Maybe he's just really cold-blooded.
I guess. But Connor came
is
in
cold-blooded.
He did. He came. Yeah, he is cold-blooded. He came in with this attitude. He's like, I don't understand how you like summer. How you like this?
It's
I
the
love
worst.
This.
It's the worst.
I saw the
No,
Mercury today.
when you can't breathe outside, it's not fun.
Okay, but I don't work outside. And when I come out of the air conditioning, it's pool and beach time. I live for this. Are you kidding me?
It's
I
the
do feel
worst
bad
time
for
of
the
the year.
workers outside. But other than that, no, the worst time of the year is you walk outside, it's freezing, your nose is going to fall off.
Winter what? Wonderland. It's
No,
the best.
forget that. And we're going to get to
Snow.
clock in a little bit, too. Sean in North Carolina. Sean, what's up?
Hey, Sean.
Oh, God, thank God football talks back. I had to turn it off for a month. Hey, the Giants, 7.5. You take that all day? I'm gonna.
All day. Not even a question. Not even a question. I
The
think,
only
I think
thing
they
is-
can win 9 games. Like when we do our
Yeah.
prediction, I'm probably going to say 9, but I might be convinced to go to 10. And a lot of it is the division. I mean, are the Eagles going to really bounce back? What
I
are
don't
the
know.
Cowboys
Yeah.
going to look like?
Yeah, the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys could be the 1 seed and win 14 games, or they could disappoint and win 6. I have
That's
no
right.
idea what to think of Brian
Washington,
Schottenheimer. and their
Washington's
defense.
the same way. Jaden Daniels got to get back healthy.
Yeah.
Like who knows? Like Dan Quinn's on the hot seat. Like all this.
Well,
the division is like it's up for the grabs. So you never know.
And we know the deal in the NFL, Sean. I'm sure you're going to get this with the roster. As long as your roster is competitive enough, those games won in the margins. Just look, if you're a gambler, why is every game in that like 6.5 point range? They're all decided by a score or two.
Right.
The blowouts are less than the close games. It's flipping those close games.
You know what? You know what blows me away? You know Maya Khan, the ESPN analyst?
Yes.
She does that power ranking.
Yeah.
She has the Panthers. She has the Panthers and the Saints ranked ahead of the Giants. They got the Giants at like 25.
Well,
am I delusional? That's just stupid.
That's the call from
I think with the Saints, Carolina, first of all, I think they took steps forward last year.
Yeah, they made the playoffs, won the division.
They made the playoffs. They won the division.
I think they were 8-9 when they won the division, though, right? Do I get it right?
It was either 8-9 or 9-8. They were right there. Bryce Young, their quarterback, felt like he's taken some steps under Dave Canales, the new head coach, and so maybe they can work together and be productive. I don't think he's ever going to be a 4,000-yard passer and this elite player, but Teteroa McMillan is a stud wide receiver. They have John Mechie Jr., or the third actually, as another wide receiver. Chuba Hubbard.
John Mechie finished with the Jets last year.
Right, I know, but it's like they have some talent on their team. I don't think they're going to be better than the Giants, and it primarily is about the quarterback. At this stage of the season, of the off season, I start judging teams based on what I think their quarterback's going to do. Now that being said, Tyler Shuck might be the man.
He might be.
He might be that surprise second round pick who turns out to be a damn good quarterback.
Yep. And he got punished by his age last year when he was drafted.
And so the Saints I can see potentially. I can't see it with the Carolina Panthers.
All right, here's where I will flip that in a different way. Instead of just analyzing the rosters, I would simply tell you this. If we were sitting here on July 15th, which we are, and the New York Giants were in the NFC South as opposed to the NFC East, what would our expectation/excitement level be like for the Giants?
You'd expect them to win it.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Right.
So
Now-
that's why I would put. We would all be sitting here going, "Oh my God, the Giants probably are the favorite to win a division,"
Mm-hmm.
and they're not. They're in a very difficult division, which we love our rivalries. But when I see the Carolina Saints stuff, by the way, I don't want to disrespect those two teams. I think those two teams would get eaten alive in this NFC East, which the Giants have plenty in past years, by the way.
Yeah. I just think the Saints are the one.
It depends on Shock.
I would be. It's not Shock, just Shock. It's Travis Etienne is now there. I actually like Kellen Moore, their head
Kellen
coach.
Moore, yeah.
So it's just I think they might be a surprise.
I have questions
that
about their
people
defense. But
but they can score.
They can. So interesting enough. And Olave's got to stay healthy as well. Olave is still there, right? They never moved him.
No, he's there.
Remember last year we were talking about that as a trade with the Giants?
Yep.
Boy, how silly. Now the Saints are ranked
I mean,
higher.
they loaded up on wide receiver. They drafted 3 wide receivers.
Oh, and they took the kid that we all thought the Giants might take.
Jordan Tyson.
Right.
In the first and fourth round, they took Bryce Lance. And then in the 6th round, they took Barry and Brown. Like they drafted, and these are, he fell, but this is an LSU kid.
Yeah, Bryce Lance is Trey Lance's brother, North Dakota.
Yeah, exactly. North Dakota State.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's interesting. Yeah, the Saints could be pesky. Giants, by the way, that could be a big game this year. Giants-Saints could be one of those, winner that might get the last wild card or whatever, depending if there's two teams coming out of the South. Anthony Manalapan. Anthony, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys? I wanted to speak towards the salary cap. A lot of people are talking about it's to keep the lower teams competitive, but I think the biggest thing that people are not really concentrating on is how it protects the sport. Because let's say Elon Musk, who's a trillionaire, or even Steve Ballmer, who's worth $150 billion and already owns, a professional team, decides to buy a baseball team and just says, I'm just going to pay everybody $100 million a year, which wouldn't affect them at all. If you're a trillionaire, $100 million a year for times 15 players does not really affect you. But the sport is just done at that point, where every single top player goes to this team because no one could actually compete financially.
Yeah. I think that's ultimately what the owners are saying. And I think what the owners are also seeing is that the cost of doing business, the cost, and if you were doing an actual financial sheet, it'd be cost of goods sold, right? It's creeping up. It just keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher. And I'm talking about for the teams that are spending money. And so, I know we talk about these 100 or 300 something $1 million payrolls or whatever these guys have, the Mets and the Dodgers. But when you factor in the luxury tax, it's almost $500 million. And so, I don't care what business, that's not sustainable.
No, it's not a good model.
If that's part of your cost, that is not sustainable. I don't care how much money you're making. And so, as much as this is Major League Baseball, this is the owners saying, we don't want to exist like this for a long time. The only one that doesn't care is the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Because their expense is a rounding error to the private equity fund that owns them. So, but for the individual like Steve Cohen, who hasn't made money, it's just not sustainable to keep paying these exorbitant salaries to players because you need them in order to win. Like, you have to go sign Juan Soto in order to have a winning organization or team because he's such a great hitter. And you got to go pay Ohtani. You got to go do all these things. It becomes untenable after a while.
Yeah, and look, I know Evan and I have definitely disagreed on this. I feel like, as it stands right now, I'm still more team MLB than I am player, which I know people hate and gasp at. I love Major League Baseball. I grew up with it. I want the game to be healthy financially. I want it to kind of go together with a competitive balance where it's not just like the whole league's funding 5 teams. I'm in favor of that. And if that means missing time for the betterment of the game, which, again, I don't think missing time helps the game, but it could help it in terms of
it definitely hurts the game.
Right. I wish this would come to a solution without it just being the players just say no to everything. That's essentially where I'm at. But look, it's going to be an ugly offseason. We know it's going to be, which is why hopefully we have some competitive football to get us into January.
And the current situation stinks too for these small market fans because, if you're a Pirates fan, all you have to hear about is all these years about how Skeens is going to go somewhere else.
I know. And I know we don't care because we're here and we don't have to deal with that, but that does suck. I mean, those fans are human beings, and they're good people like baseball, and it absolutely sucks. You want to blame their owner? Well, how many quadrillion billionaires are out there willing to buy baseball teams like the Guggenheims or Enterprises? It just doesn't exist.
Well,
and they're not going to.
Guggenheim's a fund.
Well, just insert the figurehead here.
Mr. Guggenheim.
Yeah, yes. Mr. Museum. All right, we come back. More thoughts on football. I want to play back something else that John Harbaugh had to say that actually really fired me up, and it was about Jaxson Dart and where the Giants are headed offensively here in 2026, and that'll be part of my bucket pull of things to get excited about for football topic number 3. We will have our big dumb argument in the 1 o'clock hour today, which I actually think is the best argument of them all. It's not Cam Schlittler versus Mike Piazza. I will get to that as well. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash here on The Fan.
With the warm months here, obviously, you know that if you've been outside today, it's time for a healthier you. My good buddy John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Well, now is the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help you get back the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's jagpt.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal. Find a store at metalsupermarkets.com. What the hell is the NBA waiting for when it comes to this Kawhi Leonard investigation? Kawhi Leonard got traded from the Clippers to the Raptors a couple weeks ago, and we still don't know if this investigation is going to get wrapped up and if Kawhi's going to play for the Raptors this year. Adam Silver in the NBA. Get it together. I'm Nick Custos.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Right now, you can grab a full breakfast at Dunkin' for $6. That's 2 wake-up wrap sandwiches and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. It's quick, easy, and it covers your whole morning all in one stop. Did I mention it's filling and delicious? It's a full breakfast, it's a great value, and it just makes mornings easier. So next time you're at Dunkin', don't overthink it. Order the Dunkin' $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Offer prices varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
The Chef IQ Sense Smart Thermometer takes the guesswork out of cooking. Choose a preset, select your cut and doneness, then insert the probe. The app guides your cook in real time, telling you exactly when to flip.
Please flip your food.
And cook times adjust automatically.
Your food is ready.
So every steak comes out juicy and perfect. Use code RADIO at checkout to save big on ChefIQ.com. That's code RADIO at ChefIQ.com.
Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for new Fios customers with auto-pay, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
The World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When I got a new car, I thought my insurance premium would increase and empty my bank account. Like if Fatween won the lottery.
I've invested most of my winnings in chicken tenders because they're bomb. But bro, I bought a house and it's sick, bro. I'm thinking the floor is gonna be all trampoline, bro, with the helipad on the roof. The contractor said it's structurally unsound, but they're just being babies.
But switching to Geico saved me hundreds, so my bank account is safe.
It feels good to save some hard-earned cash. It feels good to Geico.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Grr, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that honey pepper pimento sandwich.
And that pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. High five, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on The Fan. Hour number 2. The Carton Show comes your way 2 o'clock on this, the day that usually has no sports. We do have a World Cup game coming up at 3 o'clock as Argentina and England play with the chance to go take on Spain at New York, New Jersey Stadium on Sunday. Now, we did a lot of football and All-Star Game to start. I want to continue the football train, and every day this week, I am throwing you a topic on reasons to be excited for the football season in New York. Reason number 1 happened on Monday, the Giants getting away for a road training camp in West Virginia. Reason number 2, what Connor Green hated yesterday, Tiki, which was the Jets' offensive line.
Yeah.
Reason number 3 comes your way now, and it comes your way perfect timing after John Harbaugh spoke yesterday. And here's it simply, Tiki. Has it really clicked? Forget talk. Really absorbed in Giant fans or people around here that the Giants enter a season with a non-rookie, in theory, franchise quarterback? Because, well, think about it. We all feel like Jaxson Dart is going to be good.
Yeah,
and
but
Jaxson
until you
Dart
play 3 games, I still think you're in your rookie year.
Okay, all right.
Because that's what it is.
All right.
That like kind of starts to mean you've played a season.
You've played a season. We saw him last year. He's now in a full offseason where he was just a Giant in the program and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that this head coach came here partially because he loves Jaxson Dart. So reason number 3 of the week that we should be excited is, at least for one of these teams, and for now, because Jaxson Dart has a lot more to prove, we are entering a season where we're excited about the quarterback of one of these football teams. That sounds very low bar, but something, I mean, Tiki, the Daniel Jones discourse, the Jets haven't had one since Namath. I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, but I also feel like we were optimistic about Daniel Jones at times.
We were.
We were optimistic about Aaron Rodgers until he got hurt.
We were.
Like, we've had this kind of feeling before. And unfortunately,
Aaron Rodgers is a good one, by the way. I forget about Aaron Rodgers somehow.
Of course, because it was a year.
We'll always have that moment, him running onto the field with the American flag.
Yep. But we've had this moment. We've just been very disappointed by it. Because Daniel Jones had a great season in Dabo's first year, took him to the postseason, won a game in Minnesota, coming back in the 2023 season. We're like, all right, this is it. We're going to take the steps forward to finally make us relevant as a Giants team. And we all know it happened. It was garbage. And then he's hurt, and then he's gone. And same thing with Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. Like, we've been here before. We've just been disappointed by it.
All right, I'm going to
recap. So I hope that history is not going to repeat itself, at least immediate history, for the young Jaxson Dart.
All right. Well, that would be a negative tinge. I'm trying to be positive.
I know you're trying to be positive.
I'm going to recraft it.
I'm just telling you that Giant fans and Jet fans, we've felt this before. We've been at this stage of the preseason or pre-preseason for both of these teams and been like, man, it's right there in front of us. It's all for the taking.
It's all right there in front of us.
And then it just falls apart.
All right. So here's going to be my recrafting. We're entering a season with high hopes for a quarterback that actually may not fail. Okay? Like, we knew the boomer bust with Rodgers could be, hey, is he too old? We knew with Daniel Jones, which was, well, he still only threw 15 touchdowns in that 2022. It was a lot of running.
Yep.
The coach marred with the coach-quarterback combo maybe is a better way to look at it. And the coach spoke on the quarterback yesterday. Now, here's the other part of why I'm excited about Jaxson Dart. Of course, I don't want him living in the blue tent this year. But I feel like the oral history on Jaxson Dart's rookie year makes it feel like he missed like 17 games as a result of a concussion. The truth is he missed 2 games, and we could even talk about the way they handled that second game. It almost felt like they took their time, that extra one.
Well, yeah, he was always in the 10, but we also have to remember he got diagnosed with 1 concussion.
1 concussion. People make it seem like he had 5 concussions. So with that, my fear when John Harbaugh took over was the Giants selected Jaxson Dart. And if you selected Jaxson Dart, you know what you're getting into, which is he is going to be a dual threat quarterback. You do not select a Jaxson Dart, just like you don't select a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen, if you don't want both parts of that game. Because if you eliminate one, you're asking a lot for a guy just to become one-dimensional when that has not been his life. So John Harbaugh was asked on this Dominique Foxworth show yesterday about Jaxson Dart and whether he will still run the ball after everything that happened yesterday. Here was the answer.
Jackson's capable of doing a lot of things. Like, he can live in a lot of different worlds football-wise. He can live in a power running game, obviously, and a power running game protects a quarterback because you can hand the ball off and get yards and you make people defend that and you keep them honest. Then it opens up your play-action passing game. Both your rhythm passes, which come out quick when people are coming downhill and attacking the run game and you throw the ball behind them fast. You see that, like Miami runs a version of that out of the gun, stuff like that with Mike McDaniel. Or the downfield play action stuff that you see effectively. With Baltimore, we did that well too. You see that in Chicago, and with Ben Johnson, they do a lot of that kind of stuff. So that's stuff that we're gonna be in those worlds. But now we can also get in the gun, or we can get in the pistol, and we can run RPOs. We can run quarterback-driven runs with Jaxson Dart. A lot of the stuff that we did in Baltimore with Lamar as well. That's passes that are almost run reads. So now if they want to defend the pass, the quick game pass, you can just hand the ball off to a softer front and give your guards and centers and tackles a chance to double-team defensive linemen off the ball because there's less people in there to get off the double-team for quicker, and you can block people longer. So that all kind of goes together on first and second down to create problems for the defense. And I just feel like it starts with the quarterback, and Jaxson is a guy that does give you a chance to live in all those different worlds. So if he can do it, then we're going to do it. And that's what we're planning on doing.
I love his thoroughness.
Okay.
Because he's thorough with how he describes, but he's also he's just saying it simply. Like, I think sometimes when you listen to head coaches or even offensive coaches, they try to get so deep into the vocabulary, like the words that the lay person doesn't know about how offenses are run or what they're trying to do, and you start saying like, what are you even talking about?
Yes, it's a lot of mumbo jumbo.
And it means something, but it don't mean something to people who know the language. It's like speaking Chinese and to non-Chinese speakers.
Yes.
And so I think that John Harbaugh, and at his core, is just a simple football coach. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, he just keeps it simple. It's about football. Don't make it about anything else. This is what you do. Look, we're going to run the ball. We want to be a power running offense. And by the way, when you see him have 350-pound guards and finally a fullback and Patrick Ricard, and this desire to just be physical. The Giants are big now.
Yes.
They're big physically
and bad,
big.
yeah.
And so you run around a power running game. We can just run the ball, get yards, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and we'll do it 3 times, and then we have to go for it on 4th down, we'll do it. We have a quarterback that can do that. The simplicity of what this Giant team is going to be, it kind of excites me because it feels old school. Now, that said, they're going to do a lot of these nouveau schematics and motion for complexity's sakes. And
he mentioned Ben Johnson, which I thought was interesting in that answer.
No, of course. But just the fact that it feels like he's just keeping it simple makes it exciting for me. I think sometimes you get too complicated because you want to be smarter than the mean, and you end up hurting your team.
Exactly.
Because they get confused. They don't know what the hell to do.
But at least in there, while they are going to keep it simple, and let's also be clear, as long as the Giants are like a power run team, I think that the idea of like ground and pound and all of that, you're still in today's football going to pass more than you throw. I think it's lost. I think people will take that and go, well, they're going to run the ball 80% of the time. He made sure to talk about RPOs, the pistol, the gun, inside draws with Jaxson Dart.
Oh, they're going to do it all.
They're going to do it all, but none of that said, no, we don't want Jaxson Dart running the ball. I think this still comes back down to Jaxson Dart just got to learn when to not have to fight for that extra yard or two, right? The same things as last year. But they hired a head coach that knows the strength of Jaxson Dart, and they are not going to handcuff him, because that would have scared me the most, Tiki, if we found out that Jaxson Dart is just simply not going to run the ball. Now, they saw some of that stuff in minicamp and the OTAs where they were blowing the whistle dead when he got out of the pocket. I think they're trying to teach him habits, which is fine. I mean, you would know better than me with the coaching, and that's probably a good habit. And my guess is, Tiki, when camp starts and whatever's open to the public at the Greenbrier in West Virginia, we are going to have a couple days where all we read is the clippings that Jaxson Dart looks terrible. That's my prediction.
I mean, that happens every year.
Happens every year.
With every quarterback.
And it's going to be because I'm sure they're drilling in like just the passing portion and not running outside the pocket, and people are going to freak out. But ultimately, I think that the evidence is there based on their offensive plan. There is a plan in place here, and I do have confidence that Jaxson Dart is going to figure that out. So, Jaxson Dart, reason number 3 on the week to be excited. Are you pumped up for Jaxson Dart?
I mean, of course. How could you not be?
Got to be fired up. 888-808-1019. Frank and Syosset. Frank, what's up?
Hey, Frank.
Good morning, guys. Just wondering if this injury concerning Giancarlo affects him getting into the Hall of Fame, Tiki. He's third on the list for postseason home runs on the Yankees. Only Bernie and Jeter are ahead of him. He's got an MVP. It's a couple of Silver Sluggers.
Yeah,
he's got 456.
Yeah, I was going to get this. 456 right now.
Yeah.
Frank, I will just tell you as a Yankee fan, last year we had this conversation. I guess I never really thought of Giancarlo as a Hall of Famer, but the numbers would get him there.
Yeah.
Here's the issue.
It feels like he's on track to be.
Okay, it feels like that. This year is now giving me doubts because 44 more career regular season home runs is really not a lot for a guy that swings with the velocity of Giancarlo Stanton.
I don't know if he's going to get there, though.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know, man. He's 36. He's going to be 37 before next season. This year has basically felt lost. And with all the talk of Judge, we have no freaking idea.
Well, he re-injured.
Himself.
A new injury, not the same injury, a new injury on his calf. And that was 2 weeks ago.
And that's only going to get better, 37, 38, 39. I can't believe I'm saying this because it felt like last year was a slam dunk. He get to 500. I don't know if Giancarlo's getting to 44 more home runs. And I will also do one better. We don't know how this Yankee season ends. Some of you might like to think you know how it ends. If they find with however many 1-2 years left, a taker for Giancarlo, if they really want to reshape this offseason, it's in play. And he doesn't hit his 500th home run as a Yankee, and it's like as a Giant or something like that. I think it also convolutes the whole Hall of Fame thing, too, because then is he going to the Hall of Fame as a Yankee or is he going to go back to the Marlins stuff? If he doesn't win a World Series as a Yankee and his best years are with the Marlins and his big monumental moment.
I hear you. Because he was so unavailable.
Yeah, his Yankee legacy becomes more convoluted.
Yeah. And he goes someplace else and hits the milestones, then who does he actually belong to? What's his biggest moment career-wise, and who does that belong to? Because it feels like he's been a Yankee forever, but really his best years were, as you mentioned, with the Marlins.
Dude, you could argue he needed 2024's World Series even more than Aaron Judge because he was carrying the Yankees with Juan Soto.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have been remembered for that forever. It's convoluted now.
It is. I don't see him. I can't see him someplace else. I think that's. I see him as a Yankee, but now as a Yankee fan, you're almost saying I don't know if I want him. I see him as a Yankee.
Yeah, I do too.
But I don't know if I want him to be a Yankee for much longer because he's not available.
Giancarlo Stanton's got to be one of the more confusing players that we've ever seen in this town across any sport. Just from the standpoint of, man, when you have him and you're playing big games, he just has come through. And you just know he's a threat, and you're sitting there and you're anticipating. But it's almost as if far too often he just doesn't exist. He doesn't exist in our sports realm. Like when we think about SMY, and we're going to get to this later too, they put out their top 10 New York athletes. I feel like that list never has Giancarlo Stanton on.
I mean, why would it?
Because he's never available.
Right.
He's like a 1 month a year player. Now, I know that's not totally accurate, but you get the point. You always say you get there in October, but to pay him the kind of money he's made and to basically gobble up the DH spot, in many ways, his just presence on the roster has hurt the Yankees every offseason, and yet it's also a necessity on the roster because he's the one that comes through in October. His whole career has just been confusing.
He's also been a leader. He's been vocal inside the locker room, not outside. And he feels like he's the respected elder on the team. But at some point, when everybody starts feeling old, because Giancarlo Stanton is, and again, this is relatively old. Mid-30s is old for baseball.
Yeah.
So Giancarlo Stanton's old. Aaron Judge is getting there. Paul Goldschmidt is there.
Yeah. I mean, Garrett
Cole is there. Right? The guys that you want to depend on are starting to get long in the beard.
Oh, yeah. Is it long in the beard or long in the tooth?
I don't know.
I believe it's long in the tooth, but it could be long in the beard also.
Either way.
And they're Yankee players, so they can grow beards now.
I mean, if it's wrong, we'll hear it on Friday. And that means one of us was wrong, so either way, we'll hear it on Friday. 888-808-1019. Mario in Long Beach. Mario, what's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Mario.
Yeah, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, let me get you on speaker real quick. Yeah, so question for you, Tiki. You know, I think the problem is if they're going to run an offense like they did with Lamar, it's not going to work.
I don't think they're going to run like Lamar. Lamar was actually a runner. I think Jaxson Dart can run when need be.
Like Josh Allen.
Yes, but Josh Allen's big.
Josh Allen's a runner though.
Josh Allen runs like a running back.
Yeah, I mean Jaxson Dart did too at Ole Miss.
Yeah, but not in the league. He's not big enough to do it in the league. Like,
okay,
Tiki, would you say that that he's running a little bit like Cam Newton ran like the guy on Buffalo, the Buffalo quarterback, same thing, right? And then he got killed.
Yeah, Josh Allen ran like but I don't think Cam Newton really wanted to run like that. I don't think. I mean, he could, but it wasn't in his DNA to be a runner. He wanted to be a passer.
Yes, I agree.
Whereas Josh Allen just wants success, like whatever it takes. I want to stand in here and throw the ball. If it's not, I'm running. And good luck trying to stop me because I'm not going to slow down and slide. I'm going to run around you, and if I need to, I'm going to put my shoulder into you.
And that's the problem. Jaxson Dart plays like that, but doesn't have the size of Josh Allen.
Exactly. He's not strong enough or physically built enough to be that way. But he wants to be.
Yeah.
And so I guess at times it catches defenders off guard, and so he wins. But there are other times, and I think this is going to now be increasingly the MO against him, is that if you are a linebacker or a big safety, attack him like a running back. And that's not going to be good for Jaxson Dart if he takes those hits.
No, it's not. Steve in Flushing. Steve, what's up?
Hey, guys. About the Jaxson Dart thing real quick. I'm just a little pessimistic just because like based on what Harbaugh said, which the clip you just played, Sean. Yeah, if you do RPOs or you get him in draws or something, like I would limit him to 4 to 6 rushes a game, no more than that. Because let's be honest, he had the luxury. Harbaugh, that is, had the luxury of Lamar Jackson, who was, in my opinion, the most hardest guy to tackle I've ever seen in the history of the NFL. You're not going to have that with Jaxson Dart.
Right, he's elusive.
Yes.
He is so elusive. Like and he didn't want to take hits. Lamar Jackson was not trying to run through anybody.
Right. He'd go down before the actual hit, the big impact took place. So he was smart in that case. So, if Jaxson Dart can learn that, that skill set, then I'll be optimistic. Otherwise, I could see him getting injured by like week 10. But I don't want to be a downer on that. Let me just go on quickly on the Mets if I can.
Go ahead.
So I was watching YouTube, like I just watch YouTube decompress in the morning sometimes, and I got a clip from the movie Moneyball that came up.
Oh yeah,
Brad Pitt. Yeah, and so remember the scene where like the scouts were like all sitting down, and Brad Pitt's character's like, "All right, we got to form a roster for the Oakland A's this year." And the scouts are like, "Oh, we got 30, talented prospects that you can look at," and he's like, "No, we don't want any of that." And he went straight into, we don't have Jason Giambi anymore. We lost him to Yankees. We're not going to replace him with 1 or 2 players. We're going to have to get like a cumulative amount of players with the same on-base percentage, whatever. And he threw out like scrub names like David Justice,
right?
Scott Hatteberg, whatever. And these scouts were like, who? Like, and Billy Beane was like, yeah, exactly. Who? Exactly. So he's in Oakland already. You don't even know who I'm talking about. But the point is, as I'm watching that scene, in my head, I automatically am thinking, this is precisely during last winter what it must have been like to be sitting down as a scout with, the Mets GM, to be sitting down with David Stearns, and he comes in, he's like, guys, we're not bringing back Pete Alonso, forget about that.
Here's Polanco.
He throws, here's Polanco, here's Jared Young, here's, Marcus Simeon, whatever.
Right.
And,
Luis
we'll
Robert Jr.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like all these, yeah. So, but Tiki, you brought up a good point, and it actually relates to the movie Moneyball, because I thought about it, and I said to myself, I remember that 2000 team and, why they were so good, and it wasn't because of these players that he was bringing in. It was because they had, like, 4 young stud pitchers, which they never mentioned in the movie, by the way, like Barry Zito, Tim Hudson.
Very conveniently, they left that out, yes.
Right.
That's where they were carried.
And they had the MVP. Wasn't Miguel Tejada the MVP?
Yes.
During that season? Yeah, so they had him, they had Eric Chavez, they had, like, Carlos Pena, had all these stud players where you basically had a core, like an all-star core, all top 5 players, which was a third of their team, which is why they won all those games. And I'm looking at the Mets going, you have to do the same exact thing. And the only thing you didn't have last year, if you brought back Pete Alonso, was you didn't have a core rotation.
No.
Because let's be honest, the rotation is just as impactful, Tiki, I believe you said it the other day, as a starting quarterback is to an NFL team. And that's exactly right.
100%. You have to have that.
Yes.
And that's what needed to be fixed from last season with the New York Mets. And you could argue it wasn't even addressed. Like,
well,
I know you go get Freddie Peralta.
That was a big move, man.
It's a big move, but I like Freddie Peralta. I do. But I've always felt there's a limit on him.
Okay.
And he doesn't go deep in games. And what was the issue last year for the New York Mets?
Well, the bullpen imploded every
time. Well, the bullpen imploded, but before that, nobody would go deep in the game.
Nobody. But that's also a Major League Baseball problem. Those guys are few and far between.
Yeah,
now.
But if you're going to be good in this league, you got to have a guy that can sometimes rear back and give you 7.
You do. But here's the thing. I think they thought that was going to be Nolan McLean. I think they put the cart before the horse.
That's short-sightedness on their part.
It was, and I think that was their thought.
He's a second-year player.
Yep. But this is an organization, and think about the roots of this organization. David Stearns came from Milwaukee, yes. Steve Cohen's the owner, yes. Those two guys together, why is it so unique? All we heard is they grew up Met fans. They're lifelong Met fans. Mm-hmm. If you've lived in this town long enough, been a Met fan long enough, you know that basically the Mets, the one thing they do well, they're synonymous with the young pitchers coming up forever. And I think that those two guys probably looked and said, this is going to be our version of DeGrom and Harvey, or this is going to be our version of Tom Seaver or Doc Gooden.
It's a calculated risk.
Yeah, they leaned on Met history, saw the promise, and it was a calculated risk that blew up. And then their number 2 go-to move, or ace at the time, was let's go get the proven commodity, and we're not going to sign him long-term yet, which we could have debated too, and that's blown up too. They went 0 for 2, and it's not Nolan McLean's fault, by the way. I'm not writing him off. They went 0 for 2 on thinking they had 2 situational aces, and they just don't have the guy. And the Mets need a deeper rotation than this, too, by the way, because after that, Clay Holmes gets hurt, but even that was a bit of a project. He overpitched himself. The team they stink in the pitching department.
Well, and it's not like they have this elite farm system of young pitchers who are going to be great. I mean,
now Thornton might be okay. We'll see.
Well, yeah, maybe. But I don't think he's a top 100 prospect.
No, that's exactly right. And they traded Sproat, who's been good.
Right. Their only top 100 prospect is Jonah Tong. And we saw him up here. He's 78.
Yeah.
Exactly. He wasn't ready.
He's not ready. And I'm not writing off that kid's career, but yes, that's not a problem fixer. Look, the Mets need to come into next year knowing that you have, at a minimum, 2 guys not named Nolan McLean that you could rely on at the top of that rotation to stop the bleeding, right? Momentum's only as good as the next day's starting pitcher. That's like the oldest baseball saying in the world. How many of these runs of losses the Mets got to get on, and there's not a starting pitcher that just steps in there and stops the bleeding? They don't have that. And that's what changes seasons for baseball. And the Mets should know that better than anybody, and they failed miserably at that.
And he brought up the A's, too. The A's couldn't bring back Jason Giambi because he was too expensive. The Mets really, if they wanted to, could have brought back Pete Alonso.
Right. They just didn't want to.
They didn't want to.
They wanted a philosophical change.
That's it. And it's philosophically left them out of it on July 14th. All right. We'll continue to take your calls on all of this. Plus, I did mention SNY dropped a little top 10 list, Tiki. I want to get into that as well. And plus, what does Jaxson Dart have to do to become a top 10 quarterback in this league? Because I told you, it's a week of lists. There's a top 10 quarterback list. We're going to do it all. Coming up, it's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on The Fan. And our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Tiki Barber here. When it comes to getting the latest info on the world's game, trust a global leader in science, technology, engineering, math, and more at New Jersey's Institute of Technology. NJIT's Martin Tuckman School of Management has developed a digital dashboard for tracking fan sentiment and all things World Cup. You can find out the most useful, up-to-the-minute local information for this global event at njit-worldcup.com. That's njit-worldcup.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Catena Mercedes-Benz of Edison, and also sponsored by Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life.
Training camp is right around the corner, and nobody gets you ready for football season like WFAN.
It's a good variety of coverage.
From roster moves to quarterback questions to the biggest stories in the NFL, our experts have you covered. Get ready for Kickoff 2026 on WFAN.
Make this your summer of unforgettable drives in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Their expert team makes shopping easy and stress-free. One reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison for luxury driving all summer long.
Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Helping people achieve their goals is what we do. So if your goal is owning a home, we're here to help with guidance and resources, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve. But my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C. And you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
If you're still using a sports book to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog! Customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's a World Soccer Championship Team Spotlight, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's.
Argentina entered 2026 carrying the confidence of its 2022 triumph and has continued to demonstrate its winning pedigree. With disciplined defending, creative midfield play, and dangerous attacks from every angle, the Ava Celeste remains one of the tournament's biggest threats.
Hi, this is John Starks, and I'm Tyler Kolek. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises. Lease a Sportage Hybrid for just $333 a month, with just $3 due at signing. What we say is what it is, period. See ya at John Starks Kia in Queens. Go New York, go New York, go.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Expires July 31st.
The World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
Optimal Fibers in the house. Y'all know the number. 877-393-4448. Optimum Fiber, so fast, so fine. Got another provider leaving behind. Come on, everybody, let's get online. $30 a month, gonna blow your mind. 5 whole years, don't hesitate. Lock it in now before it's too late. 877-393-4448. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
This summer, luxury comes in threes. 3 premier destinations, Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Raketina of Freehold, and Mercedes-Benz of Union. 3 reasons to drive Mercedes-Benz. The versatile GLC, the refined GLE, and the Raketina Experience, where the customer always comes first. Wherever summer takes you, discover luxury SUVs built for every journey. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Raketina of Freehold, and Mercedes-Benz of Union, or go to RaketinaMercedes.com. 3 locations, triple luxury, 1 unforgettable summer.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The conversation never stops on The Carton Show. Join Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle weekdays from 2 to 7. Call 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
Dominated in the midfield, so that front four that we always talk about, even though Due didn't start, it was Barcola. They didn't have any possession. They didn't. I think they had like 10 shots, only a couple of them, 2 of them were on goal. So give Spain's midfield a ton of credit because they dominated possession, and it took a interesting, somewhat controversial penalty kick or foul that led to a spot kick, and then obviously the second goal by Spain was brilliant by what was his name? I forget his name.
I forgot his name too. I gotta be honest.
Pedro
Porro, exactly. Porro. That was an unbelievable run that he made. But they just outplayed France, and so they won. And Mbappe was upset because I think earlier in this tournament, you saw them with tons of opportunities.
Yes,
their front would just get opportunity after opportunity. And in this one, they didn't have any.
Right. There was no pressure. It was a completely different, like I mentioned yesterday, and I've joked around about it. I've enjoyed watching Mbappe and France play because they brought the action on the offensive zone.
100%.
None of that yesterday afternoon. Now,
I think he got a yellow card for running into the goal.
He did, yeah.
Just from being, frustrated.
And now, obviously, this weekend is the championship game that'll be played at the Artis formerly and soon to again be known as MetLife Stadium. And we will be at Fanatics Fest. Tiki and I will be there in the lead up, and Tiki's going to be doing the Men in Blazers on Sunday. So we're going to be there Friday, by the way, and Sunday. Tiki and I both doing shows together. And come by, say hi. But as we build up to the World Cup Championship on Sunday, World Cup Final, I got to ask, Tiki, today, I think there's some pressure on Argentina and Messi. Now, you talked about how disjointed they've been in all the places, but here's why I think there's a little pressure. Man, to go 0 for 2 on having the 2 big stars that the casuals know and end up with a Spain-England final, I don't think that's going to draw in the casual American audience.
No, I would disagree because I think in this World Cup, I think Spain's the one team that there's been no star explosion.
Yeah, I knew nobody over there. Yeah.
Lamine Yamal was billed as this great star player. He was great in the Olympics for Spain a couple of years ago, but I think he has one. I don't think he has a goal. Maybe he has one. I can't remember now. But he hasn't been the star. He hasn't shown out like Mbappe was showing out, or Messi was showing out, etc. But I think England with Harry Kane, who everybody knows because he's just an iconic European player, and he's been great for England this year. I think he's 6 goals already. And then Jude Bellingham, who a lot of people didn't know, but has been a revelation in this World Cup. England has 2 really big stars that everybody's going to pay attention to. Their goalie is good as well, Jordan Pickford. So I feel like it's Messi, and I guess Alvarez as well over there. But I think this is actually a star-studded matchup today.
Okay.
And so,
Harry Kane.
Who's playing better? England is, but both of them aren't playing good.
I guess I'm talking.
That's why a lot of people were saying that whoever won the France-Spain, you're kind of on your way to already winning the World Cup because both Argentina and England haven't played great brands of soccer.
And flawed. And where I say I'm talking out of both sides, I guess the more I think about it, you mentioned yesterday, Connor, the 1966 was the last time, right, for England?
Yes.
I mean, as American sports fans, we love a good drought snapping. And if you play that card that's been since 1966, I guess that draws interest. Now, the other thing I thought was interesting, too, look at me talking soccer. I'm all pumped up. Did you know this whole factoid and the controversy surrounding Spain?
Spain?
Yep.
No.
I believe this is true. They've played 9 games. Does that sound right? No.
No.
I'm sorry. 7 games?
Yeah.
7 games. 6 of their 7 games have been in climate-controlled stadiums. And there's been some thought after yesterday's win, including yesterday, that Spain has had the benefit more so than any other team that made a run of playing the most climate-controlled games and not dealing with the heat.
Ah.
Like Peyton Manning with the Colts. They can't play in the elements.
In the words of Joe Beningo. How about that?
But what does that even mean?
It means that basically they have not had to deal with like hot games where your body has just been kind of playing in domes and you're more conditioned. And in essence, I guess it goes 2 ways. A, have they been helped by that where other teams have just like kind of naturally worn down? Or B, are they in for a rude awakening on Sunday if it's hot at New York, New Jersey Stadium because they've been sitting there basically in air conditioning the whole run?
I mean, maybe. That could be a negative
how about that
effect on them? Because I don't know what the weather is supposed to be like this weekend. But
Saturday looks awful, by the way. But good day to buy Fanatics Fest tickets. Looks like a lot of storms in the area Saturday where maybe you're not going to have that outside living. I think Sunday is like a nice day in the 80s.
Yeah.
As of now.
People have also been comparing Spain to the Devils when they were playing the Trap. They kind of play like a little bit of a boring style. Like yesterday's game was a snoozer.
Of course.
Compared to some of the England games, but it wins.
That's why they've only conceded 1 goal this entire time. They have 6 clean sheets in this World Cup. So it is kind of boring, but you know what? It's not about being boring. It's about winning.
There you go. How about that? I love that. How about that?
Soccer me, Shaun, soccer experts.
You should have seen me this morning. I'm like, Tiki's going to love these factoids. I'm jamming in here all over here with the World Cup. All right, now as far as Jaxson Dart goes, every year execs and coaches and scouts kind of talk to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, and he puts out his top 10 quarterback list. Now, I found this interesting because we're talking about the hype train we're building for Jaxson Dart this year, Tiki, and by no means am I asking Jaxson Dart to be the top 10 quarterback right now. What I want to do is read you the top 10 names, okay? And let's have a discussion on these topics. What does Jaxson Dart need to look like in 2026?
Who or what?
Or like, okay, let's just like, what does he have to do to get into this territory at this time next year? Now, here's the list. The number 1 quarterback. Do you want to guess who the number 1 quarterback scouts, execs, coaches believe is in the NFL?
In the NFL right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it's still Pat Mahomes, but he's hurt. So I'm still going to say Pat Mahomes.
Okay, I still think it's Patrick Mahomes. They put Josh Allen as number 1.
Yeah.
It's tough for me to put Josh Allen 1 when every time he plays Mahomes in a big game, Mahomes makes the plays and he doesn't.
That's right.
That's all it comes down to. It doesn't mean Allen can't.
Right,
or
and he
won't.
did win the MVP. Look, is he top 2? Yeah, sure.
And number 2 is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So I agree. To me, the tiebreak's always going to be Mahomes because I trust him in the big game. And it does not mean Allen's career.
It's funny because I do think that if I was picking a pickup game, I'd probably take Josh Allen because he's just a better quarterback.
Right.
But Pat Mahomes is a winning quarterback.
No doubt. Pat Mahomes' stats may never look as, but you just know like he's going to make some kind of acrobatic play.
That's
You're
right.
like, oh
he's
my
going
God.
to do something that makes no damn sense.
Yep.
And win you a game.
Something that's not in stat sheets.
Yes.
He's got the intangibles. Number 3. Any guess?
Number 3, I'm going to say, they disrespect Jalen Hurts, so it's not going to be him. I don't know. Lamar?
Matt Stafford.
Oh, of course. He just won the MVP.
Yeah, Stafford. Now, keep in mind, Stafford, who knows?
I'm going to forget about him. You forget about him sometimes.
You do. So he's number 3. Joe Burrow came in as number 4. Now, he had great passing stats last year. I think because the Bengals stunk, we kind of forgot about that. Lamar comes in at 5. Lamar constantly is disrespected. It's amazing.
Right. But he's a 2-time MVP.
Exactly. So Lamar, okay, that's your top 5. After that, you get Dak, who had a great year at 6. Justin Herbert, 7. That's 6-7 thing. Drake May at 8. Now, remember, Drake May was an MVP candidate, but kind of fell apart and didn't look the part in the playoffs. But that was off of year number 2. This is why I'm bringing up Jaxson Dart. He's at 8. Jared Goff is at 9. Again, underrated, but we've kind of seen there. And Caleb Williams is at 10, who I think also year number 2 now. He had enough to prove. He went into the top 10. I probably put Caleb Williams a little higher. I thought he surpassed my expectations. So I ask you, Tiki, now the others that receive votes that were not in the top 10, Sam Darnold, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, those others receiving votes seem like they can get knocked off.
Yes. So now I gave you that list. Jaxson Dart Is there a world where Jaxson Dart can have a season? Caleb Williams and Drake May did it.
Yeah, of course.
Where he ends up at this time next year in this top 10 list.
Yeah, but I think what puts Caleb Williams, and I'll just stick with him because he's going into his third season. What puts him in that category is he found ways to win games. He wasn't always great and elite, but there'd be moments, and he, like against the Giants, he takes off and he scrambles, whatever it was, 30 yards on the left side. It's like, oh, wait, somebody stop the dude. You have him contained, and then all of a sudden he makes a ridiculous throw or he makes a play with his legs, and it puts his team in position to win a football game. Jaxson Dart still has to learn that, right? It's obviously being consistent and great throughout the entirety of a game, but it's also when the game matters, like the play and the moments matter most, you got to make that play.
You have to.
And that's so on quarterbacks that it's sometimes unfair, but if he develops that skill set, and I think it is a skill set, it's not just happenstance. If he develops that skill, then he can easily jump into the top 10.
Yeah, and look, if he does, I think the Giants will be a playoff team. What's interesting as I'm scanning this list is of those top 10 quarterbacks, 5 of them did not go to the postseason last year. Chiefs, Bengals, obviously the Lions, the Cowboys. So is that part of it too? Does Jaxson Dart have to lead the Giants to the playoffs to even be considered in this top 10 list?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. It's what you feel and what you see and what you feel when you watch him. Like this, I'm scared of this guy because I know he can beat me.
Okay, so
when I think it's a lot of those names on that list, almost all of them, it's like, dude, this guy could beat me any day,
and you want that. So I gave you the top 10, and I gave you the honorable mentions, and this is again what like people around the NFL think. In your estimation, we're sitting here in mid-July, a year from now. Where do you think Jaxson Dart ranks out of like the top 32 starting quarterbacks? Give me a roundabout.
He's top half for sure.
Okay, so top 16 for sure.
Yeah.
I think we would all walk away from this season if it kind of feels unanimous where...
If he's not, we'll be disappointed.
We'll be disappointed. I think that's fair. I think that's completely fair because even looking at some of these names, like I respect the hell out of Baker Mayfield who played hurt last year. I have more respect for Brock Purdy, I think, than a lot do. Even Trevor Lawrence. Like Jaxson Dart's got to be at a minimum in that class.
I agree.
Has to be. If not, I think we're having questions, I think, after year 2 about how great potential could be.
We shouldn't.
We shouldn't.
But we will because we don't want to wait.
Well, Tiki, it's not even about that anymore. It's the finances of the NFL.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford to wait further and further into a rookie contract on a quarterback to figure out whether the guy's great or not.
Yeah, especially because
you have to capitalize.
You have to well, not only do you have to capitalize, but if you don't, you get stuck where you're like, well, what's he worth?
Right.
Like, what do we pay him?
Exactly. And
this was the Daniel Jones problem.
Daniel Jones problem. Exactly. You want it to be, and no doubt about it, we don't even want to exercise the 5th-year option because we want to work out an extension right now. So, yeah, there's pressure here. And that's the beauty of this season upcoming is we've done a lot of hype train on Jaxson Dart. Well, guess what? Now it's getting to the point where the season's going to start and you're going to go, oh, yeah, like this guy actually has to be good again now. He has to be, and he has to be even better than last year. And will he?
Yeah, in some regards, there wasn't a lot of pressure on him. He didn't start the season as the starter.
No.
So it wasn't as if everybody's hopes and aspirations were sitting on his shoulders.
You're right.
It was, all right, Russell Wilson, you stunk for a couple of games. You're going to sit you down. We'll see what we have. It's different when it's I expect you to be a great player versus we'll see. This is what it was last year for Jaxson Dart. We'll see what we have in Jaxson Dart.
Can't do that anymore.
You can't do that anymore.
Pressure's on.
It gets a lot higher every single year.
Chris in Manorville. Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
All's good.
Hey, all right. So first off, that top 10 list was just awful. I mean, to put guys like I know he wasn't in the top 10, but like Trevor Lawrence and Goff and like Dak over Baker Mayfield. This is a guy who threw 41 touchdowns 2 years ago.
Dak's better than Baker, man. We're not giving Dak enough credit.
Definitely not Trevor Lawrence and Caleb Williams.
You know that Caleb Williams is better than Baker Mayfield? And I like Baker.
No, Caleb Williams was only good in the fourth quarter.
I mean, well, that's a big part of quarterbacking in the NFL.
He won a lot of games, man. I think part of how quarterbacks get evaluated, and again, it's not fair, is wins. Just how many wins do you have? Chicago won 11 games last year. Tampa was under 500. You were right about Carolina. They were under 500.
They were hurt last year. But
of course. Of course.
Regardless, I was calling about what you guys were talking about earlier with Jaxson Dart's play style and player comps and what Harbaugh is going to do to change things up. I remember someone said, I don't know if it was Tiki but he said you wouldn't give him more than 5 to 6 rushes a game. Okay, I kind of agree with that if they're like designed rushes, but Jaxson Dart, let's be honest, isn't a good pure passer. If you watch all his plays, he bounces around and moves a lot in the pocket.
His mechanics are off.
Guys
yeah, that was a caller. That was a caller that said that I wouldn't give him more than 4 or 5 runs a game.
So, and if you're going to compare him to really any player, look back to Carson Wentz's 2017 season, and that's Jaxson Dart, but smaller. Carson Wentz wasn't a great passer, but he moved. They used to call him, I think they called him like the magician when he was in the pocket that 1 year, which he got hurt, and they went to the Super Bowl and won with Foles. But if he didn't get hurt, he would have won the MVP that year. And Jaxson Dart plays just like that 2017 Carson Wentz.
I think
he bounces around and gets wide open guys.
No, you're right.
I think that's a fair comp.
It is fair, and it like on its surface, it's not optimistic, like because we all know what happened and what became of Carson Wentz. But I think Jaxson Dart has a better playmaking ability.
Yeah,
like
I think we're undervaluing his passing. Be honest with you. He had good touch on a lot of these passes.
The ones that were completed. I think what was his name? The last caller. I think what he's referring to is if you go actually break down Jaxson Dart, it's the throws that he didn't make. It's the decisions that short circuited on him.
Denver
that forced him then to have to be a runner when it was there. Part of the reason he couldn't throw some of those passes because his feet weren't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
I also, man, I think there were moments last year, Jaxson Dart got very gun-shy in some throws where, he's throwing up some breadbasket throws to Theo Johnson and Darius Slayton. They're just not coming down with footballs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it started to affect him mentally where he started to second guess.
Right.
And he got erratic.
Yeah, it gets hard to make the right throw when you don't trust that the receiver is going to catch it.
Right, which is part of why getting Malik Nabers back is pretty paramount for the Giants. Tristan and Millstone. Tristan, what's up?
What's up, fellas? Long-time listener. Tiki, love you, man. Grew
Appreciate
up a big fan.
Thank you, man.
I hate to veer off on the beautiful talk on the Giants, but I just had some World Cup trivia, and it popped in my mind when, Shaun, you brought up the 60s. First one is, when is it? There's only been one back-to-back champion, basically, in the World Cup. Do you guys know who that is? It landed in the 60s.
In the 60s?
So was it England?
Mm-hmm. It was not England.
Was it Argentina?
It was not Argentina either.
Who was it?
Spain?
Nope.
All right, give it to us.
Brazil. Pele's Brazil.
I mean, duh.
World Cup championship.
That's ridiculous. We should have known that.
Yeah,
that would
absolutely.
Yeah. So to take it to the next step, some cool trivia I found on the World Cup also. In the last 100 years since the World Cup inception in the 1930s, there's only been 8 countries to win the World Cup. You guys have a shot at naming all 8?
Yeah, I can do it.
Go ahead.
Brazil, Germany, Italy,
England,
Argentina, obviously because they just did it.
Yeah. Has France ever won one?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
Who do we miss? Oh, Spain did one because they talked about how they haven't been. This will be the first chance since whenever they won it. Who's the other one?
So the list is Argentina, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Brazil, and who do we miss there? We're missing 2.
Oh, Uruguay.
Yes, that's it, Tiki. I knew Tiki would hold me down on that one.
How about that? What year did Uruguay win a
It was
Cup?
it was way, way long ago.
How about that? Old school Uruguayan soccer team holding it down. So there's your World Cup trivia. So do we even have a shot for a new one at this point?
Uruguay won it in 1930 and 1950.
Wow. So we don't even have a shot at a new one because either way, one of the 3 teams standing have already won.
Well, so Spain, England,
and Argentina.
Yeah.
So no new champion.
No
new champ. Damn it.
I mean, it makes sense. Because I was listening to some podcast this morning about how they want it to be instead of 48, they want it to eventually go to 64.
Oh,
so more teams could get involved, and then
how many more countries
it just makes it easier because then you have to finish top 2 in your group as opposed to
the wild card stuff.
Yeah, the third best, the 8 best number 3s, because those 8 best number 3s didn't really perform.
Yeah, and it's also very hard to judge within a pool of 3 games versus you know what I mean? It's not all balanced.
Right.
It's all.
They should do a Selection Sunday too.
Yeah, put out the bracket, the 64-team bracket.
Right.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, World Cup, if that's on your mind, here we are. 888-808-1019. A lot of things on the board. We see your calls. Plus, scientifically speaking, I got to get inside the mind of Tiki Barber as turning back and turning forward the clocks may be coming to an end. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on the Fan. Call now and be caller number 4 at 866-540-WFAN. That's 866-540-9326 for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Dave Matthews Band at Northwell at Jones Beach Theater on July 21st from our friends at Live Nation. To purchase tickets, visit livenation.com. Tune in tomorrow to Boomer and Gio at 7 a.m. for another chance to win.
Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka, or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Made with real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Spain were incredible in the 2-0 shutout win yesterday over France, keeping a clean sheet over the best attacking team in the tournament. And through 7 games of this tourney, Spain have only conceded 1 goal, on pace to set the record for least goals conceded by a potential winner at the World Cup. Spain looked to be the soccer equivalent of the 1985 Bears or the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. I'm Nick Costos.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Here's a World Soccer Championship preview.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infiniti QX65. In Atlanta, England meets Argentina for a spot in Sunday's final. It's a match that also has major Golden Boot implications, with Lionel Messi facing England's high-scoring duo of Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. England hasn't made the final since they won it all in 1966. Argentina is defending champion. I'm Mike Conti.
Bring the flavor to the World Soccer Championship with Crush Orange Soda. Crush is the perfect pick for every match, highlight, and game-winning goal. Make every match even sweeter with Crush Orange Soda.
Dave Matthews Band is coming to Northwell at Jones Beach Theater. July 21st. On sale at livenation.com. Don't miss Dave Matthews Band Live.
Hi, this is New Jersey Attorney General Jen Davenport. Thinking about speeding? Think again. Don't let speeding be the reason that you or someone else doesn't make it home. Slow down and drive safely, New Jersey.
Very hot. High 96.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Flag and Anthem just launched their brand new corporate program. Want your company decked out in premium Flag and Anthem gear with your business logo right on the chest? Head to flagandanthem.com/CORP to check it out. Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Right now, you can grab a full breakfast at Dunkin' for $6. That's 2 wake-up wrap sandwiches and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. It's quick, easy, and covers your whole morning, all in one stop. Did I mention it's filling and delicious? It's a full breakfast. It's a great value, and it just makes mornings easier. So next time you're at Dunkin', don't overthink it. Order the Dunkin' $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for new Fios customers with auto-pay, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
Fans, arrive early at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, August 8th for the 78th Annual Old Timers Day presented by Fresh Direct. See Yankees legends put on the pinstripes again and take the field at Yankee Stadium. Relive memories of your favorite former Yankees and make new memories with your family. After the Old Timers Day ceremony and game conclude, stick around to see your Bronx Bombers take on Atlanta. Get your Saturday, August 8th Old Timers Day tickets presented by Fresh Direct at Yankees.com/tickets today.
As World Soccer hits the big stage, Fanatics Sportsbook is making every game day worth more. Earn up to 10% fan cash on your soccer bets, win or lose. That's real extra value you can unlock every match, all tournament long. And fan cash isn't just for betting. You can use it anywhere in the world of Fanatics. On game tickets, merchandise, collectibles, profit boosts, and more. One ecosystem, endless ways to spend. Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in fan cash. That's $100 bet matched every day for your first 10 days. The world is ready. Are you? Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT, call 888-789-7777. MA, call 800-327-5050. NY, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
This summer, luxury comes in threes. 3 premier destinations: Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Ray Cattina of Freehold, and Mercedes-Benz of Union. 3 reasons to drive Mercedes-Benz: the versatile GLC, the refined GLE, and the Ray Cattina experience, where the customer always comes first. Wherever summer takes you, discover luxury SUVs built for every journey. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Ray Cattina of Freehold, and Mercedes-Benz of Union, or go to RayCattinaMercedes.com. 3 locations, triple luxury, one unforgettable summer.
This is the Game of the Week Report, brought to you by Hyundai.
On Monday night, the Pro Wrestling League brings its live television and ring action to Detroit, where they'll host a night of live battles. The lineup of stars expected to perform includes CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Liv Morgan, and more, for a night that fans are sure not to forget.
The Game of the Week Report is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Learn how it's so much more than just another SUV at HyundaiUSA.com.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right it almost feels wrong. Because right now you can get great deals on our most popular models, including our adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Plus, there's our bold and stylish Elantra, loaded with the latest tech, or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 9. So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
At Bank of America, we support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge. What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Don't waste time looking for the lowest price on Bridgestone tires, because when it comes to Bridgestone tires, nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. That's right, you get the guaranteed lowest price, plus the most free services for life on your new Bridgestone tires. Town Fair Tire is the area's largest discount tire dealer with over 125 locations. Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash here on the Fan. We've officially climbed over the hump, by the way, Tiki. We're halfway through this show, halfway through the week. So the second half of the week has begun, baby.
Nice.
And the week will conclude on Friday with us out at Fanatics Fest, Tiki and I, 10 to 2. Come by, stop by, say hello, check out the show. We may even have some surprise guests. We'll see how that goes. Thursday, Craig's show will begin in the afternoon out at Fanatics Fest. We have a full weekend programming there. Sunday, Tiki and I are back there, so it should be a really fun weekend. Always is a fun event. We love being a part of it at the station. If you haven't gotten your tickets, check it out. Come see us. Come hang out. Going to be a good time. Fanatics Fest this weekend. Evan did his Drunk Rico last night, Tiki. Remember you were asking Hoffman?
Course.
And
I did not listen, but I'm sure it was exciting.
I heard some clips CeeLo played, and Evan admitted to starting the drink too early compared to when he planned on doing the Drunk Rico. So it was almost like a still awake hungover Rico. You know, like when you day drink?
Those are worse.
Yeah. So, I guess the clips sounded great. So if you've listened to the Rico, good for you. Evan enjoying his time. He'll be back on Monday. Now, we see your calls. We're going to get to them in just a second. But as soon as this story broke last night during the All-Star Game, I said, my God, this is an Evan and Tiki story, because I felt like we were the first radio show on this debate before it was a thing, which was, do we eliminate standard time or daylight savings time or just stop with the clocks moving? It is an argument that has come up multiple times on this show, whether afternoons and middays, and Evan is not here for it.
I know.
But we got to talk about it either way. So here's the deal. And again, this isn't political. We just want to have some fun with this. Congress took steps to approve making daylight savings time permanent by passing the, quote, Sunshine Protection Act. 308 to 117 vote. Members of both parties approved the bill. Now it goes to the Senate, I believe.
Yep.
So that's important because this isn't totally approved yet, but we've taken the next steps. Now, what does that mean? It means the current time we are in now would be permanent, which is not actually standard time. So what it tells us is that we would keep in the summer.
This is not standard time. This is daylight.
The time we are living in right now will be the time that is permanent.
So this is daylight savings time.
We are currently in daylight savings time.
Yes.
Now, what does that mean? Well, right now it's great, right? It's dark. It's light out until 8:30. We have that peak summer solstice where it's 9 o'clock. I love it. The trade-off is in the winter, instead of having those days that it's dark around 4:30 that are extremely depressing, you will get daylight. I think the earliest sunset you would get in the Eastern time zone is like 5:14. I think I read yesterday. Now, the downside is you will have about a 28-day period in the winter where the earliest it will get light out is around 8:20 in the morning.
Wow.
Okay, so that's
important. You're going to school. You're going to work.
Oh, yeah. You're going when it's dark.
When it's dark.
Hear me out, Tiki. People, of course, when this breaks yesterday, there is outrage on every side of the coin. Because this is probably one of those things that's more selfish than anything. It's how it affects you and your life. I'm going to be a selfish pig for a moment. Hey, I've been so most of my life. What's going to stop me now? I, for one, for my lifestyle, much prefer the time zone we're living in now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a grown adult. I can deal with those couple mornings in the winter or a month and a half in the winter where it's dark when I'm boarding a train. You know why I can deal with it? Because
Well,
I've
it's
also
that way anyways.
Yes, because I've spent a lot of my time of my life getting up when it was dark anyway, as do, by the way, a lot of people. If you're up in the 5 o'clock hour, you spend winter going to work in darkness anyway. So what?
I'd rather it be lighter,
Exactly.
later.
To me, and again, I know mental health is a real problem in this country. I personally find the darkness in the 4 o'clock hour in the winter
depressing.
It's extremely
Because
depressing.
you're awake for too long of it.
Yeah.
So it's dark for, 6 hours of the rest of your day.
And a lot of people, by the time they're out of work, that's all they experience is the darkness. Even that extra little hour of lightness, I think would brighten a lot of people's days. Now, does it suck for kids going to school or whatever? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you're in school. School sucks anyway.
School sucks anyway. Who cares if you got to sit there in a little darkness to start school? Guess what? Get used to it, because not every life is a 9 to 5. And furthermore, I don't know. I seem to argue with Evan and Tiki about this all the time. It's a different world. I've been told so many people work from home. Well, if so many people work from home, why should we give a damn that it's dark at 8:20 in the morning? For a month, by the way. I'm talking about a month out of the year. If you went to just standard time, you would never get that 9 o'clock sunset. Then it would be so reversed.
Right.
So to me, I think there were only two options here. It's either go with the daylight savings time permanent that we're living in, or just continue to do the clock flipping back and forth. What I can't hear, Tiki, is the argument to go, well, just stick with standard time then, because then you're sacrificing some lightness in the summer that we love.
What's the argument for standard time?
This is I'm sorry, I should have led with this. Science. This brings me back to my tease of science. There are scientists on the internet.
Yeah.
Sometimes you shouldn't believe them, that say by being darker longer into you starting your day, it is actually like brain-wise not healthy for you. Like it's actually more unhealthy for the sun to come out later into your clock cycle starting during the day.
Because of?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what the internet's telling me, Tiki. This is where I trust
for
you
your
on the
circadian
science.
rhythm, maybe?
Yes, that's the word. Circadian rhythm. That you're basically, if you're up for like a
Because
longer...
you don't feel like your body's not telling you to wake up.
Yeah, okay. So you know how they say it's unhealthy to work overnights? And we've used to that in the radio world. It's something to do with that, Ray. Or like you're
your body clock's all off.
Yeah, you're sleeping too much in daylight compared to that. And I guess there's a body clock element that scientists are arguing that sticking with daylight savings permanently is actually worse on the body. But again, I would say mentally, isn't it better on the body to see daylight in the winter and when you're done with what you have to be done?
Well, I think we're talking about people who might have like health issues.
Okay.
Like seasonal depressive disorder, like this, which is a real thing.
Real thing, yeah.
And so being in the light, having sun hit your pineal gland is so much more important than
your what gland?
It's a little gland in your eye.
Penile gland?
No, pineal.
Oh,
it gives you.
It's like that's not where mine is.
It enhances your mood, so to speak. It's why a lot of people, when they're in the dark during the winter and it's cold and they're trapped inside, they get depressed.
Yes,
like it's a real thing. So that's why I think I prefer light.
I do.
The
too,
more
man.
light there is, the better.
Yeah, I know this has been the case for me when I've been home and it's just dark and I was been like in an office with no windows.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself, sad's the wrong word because I'm not trying to find a pity party, but like I don't want to do anything.
Shaun, there's a reason that every day I come in here, I open this thing.
Because you want to see light.
Because we're going to be in here for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I open this shade every day because I come in and it's shut. And we're sitting here for an hour, sometimes an hour and 20 minutes. I want to be in the light. And then right before the show, Cap comes in and he closes it because we need it for the YouTube video. And so ultimately, like, we crave brightness.
Yes.
We crave it. So I'm all for this. By the way.
I am for. Okay, so Tiki and I in lockstep. Connor in lockstep. You're in favor of the change.
Oh, I love it. I never understood.
Wow, not one of us argued against it. This is great.
I never even understood
but
why.
How could you argue against it?
Well, because there's some people that are coming out of the woodwork. Because I thought everybody agreed with this, but there's guys on Twitter and people on Twitter that are saying that it's terrible for you.
And what's their reasoning?
Kind of the circadian
They
rhythm.
just keep saying that. They
I
throw all
saw
these big
one
words
where
at
the
us.
guy said people are going to die because of it, and I'm like, it's just put the light. I mean, you got
okay,
got
but it's hard to
and you
convince
got
me that circadian rhythms are going to cause people to die.
I can't believe that either.
I would also argue
I would need to see the evidence.
Well,
like the
this
empirical evidence.
This
Not just someone anecdotally saying, I saw this guy was in dark all the time and he died.
Tiki, these scientists or whoever is saying this are also not living in the real world. Man, like the real world is 24/7. We live here in New York, in the Northeast. You know, a lot of you know if you're listening right now, how early some of you have had to get up for jobs in the past, if not currently. You already live in a world where the first 4 hours of your day is lived in darkness.
Yeah.
And you just truck on, and that's the weight of it. So if some more people in the world have to experience that, so more people get happiness on the back end of the day, okay, that's called life.
One thing is apparently in the 70s they did do this where it was just daylight savings time the whole year, and for some reason they got rid of it because people didn't like it at the end of the day.
Didn't have to do with farmers though.
Well,
That's what they say, but then I read it wasn't the farmers. It's just I don't even understand the whole reason behind it to begin
with. It was
with.
probably energy, the energy use, the more lighting.
Okay. The world's
Kids going to
different now.
school.
The
in the
world
morning.
is different now too.
And we're East Coast biased. I wonder if you're in the mountains in Colorado or something, like what does this mean?
Yeah, I don't know. And also Arizona's already opted it out for it forever, right? I mean,
Because they have like weird where there's like different areas there that have different time zones or
I don't
something.
know, man. I watched this in the midst of a boring ass All-Star game last night, and I went, "This is great. This is great. Less depressing winters.
Get a little
I'm about
vitamin
it."
D.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm a father of kids. Tiki is too. If my kids complain that it's dark at the bus stop, that's a big suck it up spot. I mean, God, that's going to train you. Sometimes you got to wake up for hours at work that you don't want to when you get older. How about we train that? Instead of teaching things in school that don't apply to your real life, how about teach them what real life is? Sometimes you get up in the darkness and you get where you got to get going, kiddo. All right?
A little mental toughness.
Yeah, that's right. 888-808-1019.
But Daddy, my circadian rhythm is off.
If my kids mention circadian rhythm to me, I'm hanging them up. Now, speaking of things that suck, the Jets, Jody and Warren. Jody, what's up?
Hey, Jody.
Hey, what's happening, guys? I personally like looking forward to the extra hour sleep for some reason, even though it's psychologically meaningless when we change our clock.
No, that's true.
And by the way, it lasts for a week. I get it. So, Tiki, here's the question I have for you. And I wanted to talk about America's team, the Jets. As a lifelong Jets fan, in pain always, and now we got Geno Smith, can I assume, and I hope that you say yes, as a former player, a former great player, I should add, that Aaron Glenn reaches out to Geno and just, I know, listen, the guy's 35. I know he's not a child, but just say, like, listen, my man, like, take it down a notch, just understand you're under the microscope always. Yeah. Does that call happen or does that not happen?
Jody, I think it definitely does. And
I hope it already did.
Yeah, and it's not like, hey man, chill out. You know, you're making us look bad. I think it's more, hey, this is Coach Glenn. Just checking on you. You doing all right? You know, things okay?
Aaron Glenn strikes me as the type that would handle it that way.
Yeah, 100%. Because he was there. Like he had the uniform on. He knows it's hard to like describe it, but he knows like this like feel of invincibility that you have when you're a professional athlete.
Yes.
And you do stupid stuff. You're not thinking about it. You just do stupid stuff. Like I put my foot on the gas. Man, this car is flying. This Bentley this thing moves. Let me test this thing out. And you're just not paying attention.
And you're also not thinking in the moment how this could affect like the bigger picture.
No. And so like I think guys who consistently gets in trouble like this, and this is just speeding tickets. Nobody's been hurt so far. He actually was cleared of the thing that was started by his girlfriend. And so I think this is more of him trying to like escape something, and he just likes driving fast.
Yeah.
And so the question isn't like stop being, or the response is not stop being, you know, a speeder. It's more, hey man, you're all right.
It's true.
Anything going on? You can talk to me about anything. Type of thing. You gotta try to be a friend.
In many ways, with the stories that have come out with Geno Smith speeding, isn't it a blessing that Aaron Glenn's the coach and not Robert Saleh? Because how many people would lean on the all gas, no brakes thing? Right? It would just be like a running punchline. Well, the quarterback's following what the coach is preaching. I mean,
that would be bad.
Right? You know that would be everywhere. The T-shirts would be out. It would just be a thing.
All gas, no brakes.
Exactly. Jim and Carmel. Jim, what's up?
Hey, guys. I heard you guys advocating for, the daylight saving time.
Yeah.
It's not savings. It's not daylight savings time. It's daylight saving time.
How come it's always written as savings then?
I know it's always said wrong, but that's the way it's supposed to be said. So if you're going to advocate it, make sure you say it right.
Jim, are you a tournament or tournament guy?
I'm a tournament guy.
See, it's tournament, and we all say tournament all the time. So that's I got one back on you, Jim. I got one back on you. It's actually tournament, but we constantly say tournament. See, the point there is, if you know what you mean, who cares the way people say it, right?
Yeah.
Well, Tiki's very much, he wants things said the right way, right?
I mean, I don't even.
Are you going to call it saving or savings?
Saving. Daylight saving. Why would it be savings?
Well, I don't know.
Savings.
Is it dog or dog?
It's dog.
Dog?
No, it's not dog. It's dog.
Dog. That's what you're saying.
No,
Dog.
you're adding the
It's
extra
dog.
W. It's not dog.
Dog.
And it certainly is not ketchup either.
He's from Georgia.
Catsup.
What's from Georgia? Dog?
Dogs.
Dogs.
DAWG.
Oh, yeah, the Bulldogs. Remember when I bought the Dogs Yankee shirt because Alex Verdugo made that? And it was the most ugly shirt on the planet, but I wore it every day. Mel on Long Island. Mel, what's up?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Mel, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys? Thank you for taking my call.
Pleasure.
I know how you guys were talking about the World Cup earlier. I was just wanted to bring some insight that I don't know if anybody touched on it. If you guys hear about the conspiracy theory going on around with the World Cup,
No.
you can Google it, between Messi and Lamine Yamal.
It's not a conspiracy per se.
You want to explain to
but it does make you want to see Argentina win.
So what's the conspiracy?
So 18 years ago, because Lamine Yamal just turned 19. So this was 18 plus years ago.
Okay.
UNICEF was doing a calendar shoot.
Who's UNICEF?
It's a charity.
Oh, okay. It's a company. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought maybe this was a player on Spain.
United.
back then. Okay.
What is it for? United Nations institution for something. Whatever.
Okay.
I forget what it is. It's an international charity. So they were doing a calendar, and as part of this calendar, they had Lionel Messi. He was 20 at the time. Going to take a picture with a baby, and he was giving this baby a bath, and et cetera, et cetera. So they did this calendar shoot.
Okay.
It turned out that baby was Lamine Yamal.
Are you serious?
Yes. And so,
wow. Okay. I had no idea about this.
It's now come forward. Lamine Yamal came to prominence in 2024 when I think it was the Euros, he scored a goal that helped Spain beat France, and like he became an international star. Then he would start at the Olympics, and so it's like this guy was blessed by Messi, and so the conspiracy is that to make the story come full circle, Spain has to play Argentina in the final because there's been some controversial calls or non-calls.
Well,
against Argentina.
And we know that the way that Egypt game unfolded.
100%. Like, there's been some real controversial stuff that's pushed Argentina along.
Huh.
And we came into this World Cup. Spain was one of the favorites.
Yes.
I know they beat France, and France was in people's minds the favorite, but Spain was actually the favorite because they beat France in the Euros this year, or in 2024. And so, like, it feels like
setting up to go back to this?
Setting up this Messi, Yamal passing of the torch game for the World Cup final.
That's crazy. I don't understand. I got to, you know what? I got to look this up. Yamal ending up as a baby in this foot. Like, how did he as a baby end up there?
It was totally random.
Jeez.
Completely random.
You know what? Some juice if it's Argentina, Spain.
And Messi, I mean, he's got some crazy powers. Did he give Yamal his abilities as a baby? He transferred over to him?
You know, I did read a conspiracy that when Tommy Lugauer was a baby, Messi also blessed him, and that's how he became a generational talent. So that also happened.
Luke Evening.
Joe in West Harrison. Joe, what's up?
Hey, gentlemen, how are you today? Funny show. I called the ESPN this morning and spoke about that
Captain Crunch. It's been a great day of sports talk. But I'm all in on the daylight savings because I remember, my parents going to work in the morning, come back at night, and they say I go to work at in the dark. I come home at dark. So I'm all in with that for sure, guys.
Yeah,
Joe, thanks.
Definitely.
It was funny because, football season is mostly in the fall. After daylight savings times is over, we'd go early.
Mm-hmm.
I'd get there, 6:15, 6:30, so it'd be dark. And then by the time we left, because at the old Giant Stadium, it's underground. The offices were underground. I'd go in the dark. I'd leave in the dark.
That sucks.
It sucked. It was depressing. It really was, because you never saw daylight except for the, 5 minutes that you were walking from.
Think about it.
The tunnel to the bubble.
Those November, December games, it'd be 3 o'clock during a 1 o'clock game. You're getting ready for the fourth quarter, and the lights would come on in the stadium. Like that. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Come on. 888-808-1019.
United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund.
That's what that was for.
That's what UNICEF stands for.
Wow, and Messi blessed Yamin Yamal. That's unbelievable.
He didn't. He just gave him a bath.
Well, either way, we're going to use
people are saying it was a blessing, and now the conspiracy is that the passing of the torch needs to happen.
That's why they call it the beautiful game.
The blessing. Tiki and I will be at Fanatics Fest Sunday, so Tiki, keep that story in your back pocket, because if it's Argentina, France,
I will.
And there's nobody there, or Argentina, Spain, and there's nobody there for that first hour, and there's no guests, we might be leaning into the bathtub story.
Right.
Okay?
By the
That
way,
might be a big
the Yamal family, it was just a charity raffle.
That's crazy.
That's how they got picked.
How is
a charity
that
raffle.
possible? I love that story.
That'd be like Michael Jordan baptizing LeBron James.
You laugh, Connor, but that's a way to comp it. Way to comp it. All right, more on your calls, plus Connor trying to redeem himself after the Pine Tar Derby or whatever he gave us yesterday with a Cinco de Luncho. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash on the Fan.
Circa Resort and Casino has so many ways to earn some cash. This year, there'll be $30 million in guaranteed prizes in Circa Million and Circa Survivor. There is no rake. So if entries go above the guarantee, all the extra money goes into the prize pool. Remember, you got to go out to Circa Resort and Casino out in Nevada to register. But then you can play from anywhere. There are 3 ways to win. Circa Million 6. There's $6 million in guaranteed prizes, $1,000 per entry, with a maximum of 10 entries per person. Pick 5 teams against the spread every week. The winner takes home $1 million. Then there is Circa Survivor. $20 million guaranteed to the winner or winners. $1,000 per entry with a maximum of 10 entries. You pick one team straight up every week to win. If the team loses or ties, the entry is eliminated. You can only pick each team once per season. The last one is Circa Grandissimo, the ultimate high-stakes survivor. $100,000 entry with $4 million guaranteed to the winner or winners. All rules for the Survivor game are the same, except there is a maximum of only 2 entries. Last year, 6 people won, splitting the $6.9 million. Circa Resort and Casino. Sign up in Las Vegas. Play from anywhere.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Bet365.
The Yankees head into the All-Star break with momentum after winning their last 4.
That baby's gone! Ben Rice rings the bell again!
Ben Rice has been red hot, providing big hits and big power during the Bombers' surge.
We always had faith in ourselves that we were going to turn the corner.
And now the focus shifts to the second half of the season.
All our hopes and dreams are there for the taking. You know, we've at least put ourselves in a position to go realize our ultimate goal of playing and winning a championship.
The chase continues after the break, and you can catch all the action here on your home for Yankees baseball. 1019 FM WFAN, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? Well, if you're driving the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be. Because one minute you're winding through Oregon's scenic highways and the next you're breezing across Nevada's sun-baked deserts, then cruising through Arizona's canyons. Thanks to the Sportage Hybrid's turbocharged engine and hybrid efficiency, you can stop less, so you can focus on what matters most, collecting memories and expanding your vocabulary. And with 232 horsepower, you'll always be ready to keep the adventure going. So go ahead and discover new routes, and maybe even new words. The next one might be Maine, New York, Kentucky. Who knows? Test drive the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid at your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Some features may vary.
There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Surfside is only 100 calories and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
If you're still using a sportsbook to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sportsbook. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power. And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
The savings are here! The savings are here!
Happy birthday, America!
It's America's 250th birthday.
We're celebrating all month long at Nielsen Dodge
by giving you freedom of choice. Save up to $250 off service. Save up to $250 off accessories.
with leases for $250 or under.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. Just $250 a month. Yes, just $250 a month.
There's always zero down payment. The credit help you need. More savings with your trade-in.
And of course, great deals. For leases $250 or under, hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Fun is in the driver's seat.
Make this the summer event. With approval, term 24 months, due at sign, 6343, at tax tag and DMV fees. See dealer for
The
details.
summer is here and it is hot. If you think a new central air conditioning system is out of your budget, you got to think again. Sloman's is here to change the game with their super savings sale. They're offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2026 refrigerant-compliant R454B systems, expertly installed by their certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right, you get started with zero down, zero payments, and zero interest for 18 months. Plus, they're including a comprehensive 5-year service plan that includes annual system checks, filter replacement, and refrigerant to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Servicing all of Long Island and Queens, you can call the team at Sloman's today, 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But you got to hurry, these cool savings aren't going to last. So don't miss out. Call 516-932-7000 or visit ac.slomans.com. That's ac.slomans.com. Terms and conditions do apply.
Hey, it's Shaun Morash. I had a chance to sit down with Will Ferrell, Molly Shannon, and the cast of Netflix's The Hawk. So, Molly Shannon, did it ever occur to you how much we missed you and Will together?
I like that people respond to the nostalgia because what they're feeling is real.
Yes, the nostalgia and all the feels. It's the golf comeback story for the ages. The Hawk is coming to Netflix tomorrow.
The World's Game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the World's Game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
The New York Giants are getting ready for a new season. What are your expectations for Big Blue? Join the conversation at 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Can I give the NHL credit for something in this Fan Focus? They actually wait till there's 2 days of sports, with outside of the World Cup, for the most part in North America, nothing going on, to release some schedule stuff. All right. If you care about the NHL schedule, we got the opening nights and the home openers all set. Here's the deal. The NHL schedule is expanding from 82 to 84 games for those that might have forgotten or not known, meaning the season is now starting in September. So September 29th, the NHL will open up with a triple header. The Rangers will be a part of that. They will be the 8 p.m. game up in Boston, taking on the Boston Bruins. As far as the locals and their home openers go, the Rangers home opener at Madison Square Garden will take place on October 1st. They will play the Tampa Bay Lightning in their home opener. So if you're a Ranger ticket holder, you're going to get the Lightning in that home opener October 1st. The Islanders at UBS. Remember, this is an all-star game season at UBS. We just had the baseball game, all-star game. You're going to get the hockey all-star game in New York this year at UBS. Islanders, October 3rd is their opener versus the New Jersey Devils. And the Devils home opener will be October 1st versus the Philadelphia Flyers. So all in that range, September 29th through October 3rd, all the hockey teams will open up here. Why are those dates significant? If you look, it's essentially the 4 dates of which the baseball wild card rounds will take place, or around that week. So if you are, this is very Evan of me, a Yankee fan that is a fan of the Rangers, Devils, or Islanders, you are now extra motivated to root for the Yankees to win the division so that you can watch your hockey team's opener in peace
without worrying about a stressful Yankee playoff game. That's my PSA for you. Hey, Connor likes that. Come on now.
That'd be great.
That'd be great. So there you go. All eyes on that. That was your fan focus looking at that schedule. We do have a Cinco coming up in just a moment, but I want to get back to some of these calls here. Let's get to Elliot and Ronkonkoma. Elliot, what's up?
How you doing?
What's up, Elliot?
All's good.
First and foremost, it's an honor to be speaking with the greats. I can't believe I'm talking to Tiki Barber and Shaun. It's been a long time.
I appreciate that, Elliot. As you know, my great fullback career blocking for Tiki. It's now great to do radio with him as well.
Okay, so the only thing I want to say is, number one, daylight savings. I still say savings. I know it's saving.
Yeah.
But it was only awesome when you were a kid and being young and going, woo, I get an extra hour.
Yes.
To be out.
I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, I still think it's awesome.
Because, I mean, it was different because when you were a kid, at least when I was a kid, my mom, the rule was just be home but before it's dark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's literally what it was for us.
So you get till 9 o'clock.
As soon as it started to get dark, we had to start heading home.
Yep. Okay. All right. What else you got,
100%.
Elliot?
When the street lights come on, you got to get home.
Right.
That's it.
The other thing, when you were talking about the expressions, so have you ever heard the expression, you can't have your cake and eat it too?
Yes.
Yes. We've actually talked about that on the show because Evan's confused by it.
I know. He messes it up all the time.
It got lost in the muddle. The expression actually is, you can't eat your cake and have it too.
Okay, now I'm even more confused. You can't eat your cake and have it too?
He's right. He's right.
Okay.
So it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, Shorty, it's your birthday.
Gonna party like it's your birthday.
So you have a cake, and it's like, I have cake.
Okay.
If you eat it, then you don't have the cake anymore.
Oh, in the most literal sense? Because at that point, you had your cake.
Yes.
So you can't eat your cake and have it too.
Right. But it just sounds better because it's the same thing.
You can't have your cake and eat it too?
Yeah, you can't have your cake and then eat it. Like you can't keep possessing your cake, have it, and then also eat it.
Today, at this very moment.
The problem is that puts it in sequential order.
Yeah, it's out of order.
It makes sense. So the idiom only gives you what it means if you do it the way he's just said it. You can't eat your cake and have it too.
Then there's also let them eat cake is another expression.
Well, what is that from?
Is that Marie Antoinette said that or something like that?
Yeah.
That Marie Antoinette has some lines.
I know, right?
So every time you pull up, you could just say Marie Antoinette said something and somebody would believe you. The cake and eat it too thing, that was the way Tiki just explained that was the first time I think my brain finally absorbed how it
what it's supposed to mean.
Because I've never understood. And even when we've argued in the past, I never understood it. But somehow the way you just painted, I'm like, oh, okay, like in a literal sense.
Professor Barber over here.
It's like, well, if I have cake, why can't I eat it too?
The one that crushes me with the saying.
Because if you do have a cake, you can't eat it. Because you have it, you can eat it.
Yeah, you had it at that point. You had it.
Okay. No. If you have cake, if this is cake and I have it, I can eat it.
You can eat it,
of course, because it's right
you're
here.
talking about the sequential
I still
thing.
have it. But if I eat my cake, I now can't have it.
Can't have it because you.
But yeah, then the way they say it really doesn't make sense. Because if you have cake, you can eat it.
That's right. This is why this last call.
Right. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Yes, you can.
He correctly put it the way it's supposed to be. You can't eat cake. You can't eat your cake and have it.
The one that gets me all the time, I always feel uncomfortable, and yet I use it, is split the baby. Why are we splitting babies? I don't understand this.
I haven't heard that one ever.
You never heard?
I've heard you can't throw the baby out with the dishwater.
No, you never heard
bath water.
You never heard let's split the baby here? What?
I've never heard that.
It's not a watermelon.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what it's mean.
I think
All
it's...
right, let's Google this one.
Yeah, split the baby.
What does split the baby mean?
Look it up. It's a saying, I'm telling you. And it always confuses me. Okay, you got it?
Dividing something equally between two competing parties or attempting to reach middle ground.
Maybe it's more of a divorce reference?
It comes from the famous biblical story of the judgment of Solomon.
Thomas?
Solomon.
No, not Solomon Thomas.
Oh, I got it. Back to the daylight savings thing here for a second. I got a guy on Twitter and X who's listening to the show, and he followed me just to point this out. And I disagree. I'm sorry. So you remember you said who would argue for going to standard time instead of daylight time permanently?
Yes.
This guy, Irish Viking, Good for you, buddy.
Irish Viking.
This is the stat he throws at me.
You know why he lives in Ireland? North. He's farther north.
I just figured he roots for Notre Dame in Minnesota. I don't know.
Got it.
Something like 7 million kids walk to school. You can't have 7 million kids walking to school in the dark. To which I say, why not? Why can't you?
But that's not the reason that they had daylight savings time.
Also,
there's no way.
I know that there's probably differences in rural areas. Let's just be honest about something. Tiki, you know that you've left in the morning, and I've left in the morning during school years. The bus stops alone, when we were younger, dude, it would be like 4 blocks away from a bus stop. Now these buses are stopping like every 3 houses.
Right.
The walking to schools in America now, if you don't live within 3 blocks of a school, you're not a walker.
Right. You're a bus.
So my answer to that would be, you can't walk 3 blocks in the dark by the time you're in junior high? Or like the parents can handle it. Also, just hire 2 extra crossing guards to fill in some of the dark streets. It creates jobs then.
It's also a big mental toughness thing.
I gotta be depressed because little Jimmy can't get to technology class because it's dark at 7:45? Get lost. Anthony in Connecticut. Anthony, what's up? Anthony,
what up?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Well, good, man.
Good. I just wanted to give you a quick shout out, Tiki. Huge fan.
Thank you, man.
Of course, dude. I know you guys are a New York show here, so I apologize, but
it's all good.
What are your thoughts on the Philadelphia Eagles and their upcoming season? How they're going to be?
Thanks, Anthony.
It's an interesting question with the Eagles. Because, look, I think they're going to, they won 11 games last year. They felt disjointed. Like, something was off last year.
And still won 11.
They still won 11 games.
Yeah.
And, they got rid of, it's the wrong way to put it, but they moved off their problem child on A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted really well because they filled the needs that they immediately have. So you lose A.J. Brown, you draft Mekhi Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
You also bring in Dontavian Wicks from Green Bay. Your Lane Johnson's getting old now. Your right tackle. So
he flirted with retirement, as did somebody else on that O-line. Dickinson?
Yeah, Landon Dickinson.
Yeah.
Or no,
both of them came back, but both flirted with retirement.
Yeah, but so they draft Markel Bell. They also draft a tight end, Eli Stowers. He was with what's the kid's name? Povia.
Yeah, in
Vanderbilt. So they've replaced, in theory, where their issues are. But something felt off with their offensive line last year. I felt like Jordan Mailata, who was a phenomenal 2 years ago, was off.
Mm-hmm.
Lane Johnson's older. Cam
Jurgens took over for Kelsey.
So Landon Dickinson is flirting with retirement. The continuity that you felt for the last 3 seasons previous seasons didn't exist last season. And so I just wonder offensively, especially if Jalen Hurts is getting the criticism is real and not just an A.J. Brown problem. What's their offense going to look like?
Yeah.
And what's their run game going to look like? You still have Saquon, but if your offensive line isn't as good as it was, what are you relying upon?
And Petula's no longer the OC. They brought in, I forgot who
they've changed OCs every year for 5 years.
Yeah. Shaun Mannion, is that who they hired?
The
former
sounds
backup
right.
quarterback? I think it might have been.
That's right. Shaun Mannion.
So, look, Tiki, this is the way I look at the Eagles. First of all, I think you'd be foolish to write them off at all.
No, you can't because they're too talented.
They're too talented, too deep. And like you said, an off year for them still resulted in 11 wins. The truth on the Eagles is this. If you told me today the Philadelphia Eagles are representing the NFC in the Super Bowl, I would not be shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I think the variance there is, hey, Nick Sirianni, no matter how many games he wins, no matter how many home playoff games, it's seemingly because this is Eagle feel, like any down year could be the last year. Jalen Hurts, they haven't traded the kid from Stanford, McKee. It seems like he's kind of lurking back there.
Right.
Could
Tanner
there be
McKee.
some kind of implosion where now he's I could envision a worst case scenario where the Eagles come apart at their seams, but then they kind of regroup and they're good quickly again anyway. Of
course.
But I also think it's more likely that they're in the Super Bowl than that happens.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in the middle. They're going to be a pain in the ass. But here's the one thing you can take solace in, at least in this town. For as bad as the Giants were last year, and as good as the Eagles, or bad, but they still won 11 games, the Giants finally at least slayed the idea that they can't beat Philly.
Yeah.
They beat them at home on Thursday night. They had that game where Scadaboo got hurt, and then the tush push where Kayvon had that takeaway. They didn't rule. That was a weird game in Philly. I at least am entering the season, Tiki, even if I think Philly could go to the Super Bowl, thinking they're not unbeatable for the Giants anymore.
The Giants can play with them.
Yeah.
There have been some years, and it's a lot of them, where the Giants were second-class citizens to the Eagles.
No doubt. And even beyond second class.
Right. Like fourth, fifth, sixth-class citizens to the Eagles. I think that's no longer the case.
No. And I'm going to sit down for the first Giant Eagle game this year, and the chances are I'm really excited and looking forward to it. I at least I'm going to believe, even if I have my hopes gashed 3 hours later. But I'll sign for that now. All right. I'm hungry, Connor. Let's eat.
Shaun Morash in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Luncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Giddy up! Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. Connor Green, hide the queso.
All right, so we've been previewing football a little bit today since baseball is out of action, and I'm going to give you the top 5 network broadcast theme songs for NFL games.
Oh,
I like this.
Here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
Number 5 is the NFL Network theme. Sort of reminds you of 9:30 in the morning, getting up, Dublin game.
Yeah, this one's grown on me over the years.
I like this
When
one.
I first heard it, I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's nothing to it.
No. You know when I fell in love with this, though? This music reminds me of Giants-Patriots season finale 2007. People forget that's an NFL Network game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
That's a Saturday night on NFL Network in the final week of the year. And that was pre-planned. There was no flexing back then.
Right.
Just so happened that was the last game scheduled in primetime on NFL Network. And this song reminds me of that night. And I kind of fell in love with that song since.
Nice.
Brady's 50th touchdown. Randy Moss's 23rd.
Yep.
So that is number 5. Here we go.
Number 4.
The Monday Night Football theme song. One of the all-time classics. Been around basically in this form since like 1970 or so. You think of all the legendary broadcasters, Howard Cosell. Do you guys know, trivia question, who played in the first Monday Night Football game?
I'm going to say Cowboys, Jets.
It was the Jets. The other team was the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Jets, of course, lost 31-21. Joe Namath was still the quarterback on that team.
Wow. I actually knew the Jets had played in the game. I forgot who they played. I don't love that one, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it's classic, but I don't know. I prefer that NFL Network one over that.
Really?
I do.
All right, here we go.
Number 3.
The NFL on CBS theme. Gives you that feel of a November game, late October game, Ravens, Steelers, something like that. Chiefs, Bills, Jim Nantz, Romo on the call.
Yeah.
It's
funny as you play these intros, I can almost hear the voice of the lead play-by-play guy.
I'm so glad you said that. I didn't get that vibe the first two, but immediately I heard Jim Nantz's voice in my head.
Yeah, hello, friends. And then Tony Romo chimes in too.
Welcome, folks.
Exactly. And he's like, it's a Gillette, right? You know, exactly. All right.
All right, here we go.
Number 2.
The NFL on Fox theme. And you know you're going to see the robot out there, the robot they have with the phone, the football around, America's Game of the Week, always in Dallas, it feels like.
And also, this was the...
see my buddy Glazer out there?
Yeah, they would use this track in Madden, too. It would be Fox-themed for a long time when Madden was in its heyday. And then, like, when they would play the standings and schedule, you'd hear this. I'm a sucker for this.
For a while, they used this for all their sports.
I didn't like when they did it for baseball.
NFL, so it just never felt right.
I agree completely.
And here we go.
Number 1.
The Sunday Night Football theme. I love this one the best. Created by actually John Williams, who did the Star Wars soundtrack. And I feel like it's...
Was it really?
Yeah, he's the guy that did this. You can kind of hear it like in the Imperial, where the droids march and the Phantom Menace and stuff. But I like this one the best. I think they have the best broadcast of all of the crews.
I love the NBC broadcast.
And they get the best game, too.
Yeah.
So I think this one's number 1.
This was my first job, studio job after I left the NFL, was at NBC. Working for the Today Show and doing Football Night in America. So when you play that, it takes me back to my NBC office. Like I
love it.
I immediately transport back to that time.
So Connor,
and it's followed by the Carrie Underwood "Waiting All Day for Sunday Night" song.
Or sometimes Carrie Underwood first, and then it would go into that.
Yeah.
Originally Pink, and then of course Faith Hill. I'll say this, Connor. I think the Fox one is probably the most iconic. Like I think if you asked anybody, hey, start singing The most known, they'll do the
or maybe even Monday Night Football is recognizable.
But that one, I actually think is the best for all the reasons you laid out. And when you are, and we're not used to this because our teams have stunk for a long time. Everybody always complains that that's the famous Francesa. Nobody waits all day for Sunday night. I got news for you. When it's your team playing, you do wait all day for Sunday night.
Right.
Even if you're watching all the games, like you're watching the games in anticipation of your team taking
And by
that
the way,
national
that's
stage.
the point.
Yeah, I've waited all day.
It's not for every fan. It's
for the two teams.
It's the people who are watching this game that are likely big fans of those two teams. You've waited all day for Sunday night.
You've been watching football all day, but you've been pacing around going, this is a big game for my team because they're usually big games on Sunday night
and if you're just a big football fan in general, you kind of do wait all day for Sunday night because that's the best game for the most part.
For the most part. There's some weeks it's not.
Sometimes it's not, but almost always it is.
Yeah, and that music, that Imperial March, like it feels big
And
game.
this one, this is a different version of it that they play coming back from break, which of course I love because I'm a nerd for this stuff.
Yeah,
very classic. And then you get like the overhead shot and everything. It's great.
Connor, I'm going to give you a lot of credit. You did not talk to me previously about the show today. We all kind of came in. I had ideas to do. We did a lot of football today. You wet the whistle for football there.
Yeah. I know.
I can't wait to hear those themes for real. I cannot wait. All right, we'll do more on Football Plus. We've reached the 1 o'clock hour, which means day number 3 of my big dumb debate on All-Star Week. Nobody knows what it is. I will reveal it next, and we will have that debate. It's Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash, with Connor Green here on The Fan.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
France absolutely embarrassed itself in yesterday's 2-0 semifinal loss to Spain in the World Cup that set France into the third place game. Kylian Mbappe didn't manage a shot on target. France got bossed in the midfield by Spain. This game was not even close if you watched it. And going into the game, France was the betting favorite. France had the better team on paper. And in the end, it didn't matter at all. I'm Nick Costos.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
As World Soccer hits the big stage, Fanatics Sportsbook is making every game day worth more. Earn up to 10% fan cash on your soccer bets, win or lose. That's real extra value you can unlock every match, all tournament long. And fan cash isn't just for betting. You can use it anywhere in the world of Fanatics. On game tickets, merchandise, collectibles, profit boosts, and more. One ecosystem, endless ways to spend. Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in fan cash. That's $100 bet match every day for your first 10 days. The world is ready. Are you? Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT, call 888-789-7777. MA, call 800-327-5050. NY, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for new Fios customers with AutoPay, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
This summer, cool down with Dunkin' Refreshers. Sip on black cherry or try the all-new pink pineapple. Or try one of their flavorful fan favorites like mango pineapple or strawberry dragon fruit. All of them are ice cold and refreshing. Dunkin' Refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. A whole lot of flavor and very refreshing. It's a sip of summer, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
It's the summer's biggest party, highlighted by Monmouth Park's biggest race. Dress to impress for Haskell Day, Saturday, July 18th. General admission to the Jersey Shore's biggest event is just $15. Arrive early to receive your free Haskell hat. And make plans to come back Saturday, August 15th to meet me, Al Dukes. Continue the Shore's great tradition at the summertime place to be, Haskell Day, July 18th at Monmouth Park Racetrack. For more information, go to monmouthpark.com.
Orgavadazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Oak Cliff Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
As the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026, Bank of America knows how much hard work it takes to achieve a dream. So when it comes to owning a home, we're here to help. Get guidance and resources to buy a home you love, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Baseball season is here, and now you can trade every game on Kalshi. You can also trade who will win the big game awards, which teams will win their division right now. You can even trade who the next manager for Boston and Philadelphia will be, as well as the date when a manager will be fired by. Maybe you want to trade on who will win the championship. The team from the Bronx is trading at 14% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $655 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code CMAC to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com.regulatory.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna,
What says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford Credit Financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Talk Sports After Hours with Tommy Lugauer, 7 to midnight. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Evan and Tiki with Shaun Morash here on the Fan. One more hour to play with in the Carton Show. Chris McMonagle will come your way next. They're out in the newsroom getting ready, like a couple pitchers in the bullpen warming up, ready to go. Anthony Gallo will fired up for a World Cup game at 3 o'clock as well. Evan will be back Monday. WFAN's put out the Fanatics Fest live schedule out on their social medias. The Carton Show going to be out there on Thursday and Friday. Tiki and I out there on Friday and Sunday. Got a fun schedule on Saturday, including Chris and Loogie and Keith. Good times coming up. Now, we have you guys on the phones at 888-808-1018. You know what, Tiki?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you make a decision.
Okay.
We can do phone calls first.
Yes.
Or we could do big dumb argument first.
Let's do the big dumb argument.
Okay. That's how we typically do in radio format.
Let's do that because people will call you and tell you how dumb you actually are.
All right. I don't think I'm dumb. This is one I saved specifically for today because it's probably the one I care about the most that I understand will meet the most vitriol.
Okay.
All right. And I think last night defends me on this. Here's my big dumb argument for All-Star Week, and this is Wednesday's big dumb argument. I think the All-Star Game should go back to counting for home field advantage of the World Series.
What?
Hear me out.
Why?
All right. Did we watch last night? Did it feel like...
Let me ask a preface question first. Do you think that the players in the All-Star Game played hard?
Okay. I think those that did played hard, but we are now starting the subtle trend that the Pro Bowl already reached. And by no means do I think other sports should do this. Let me just get back to this part.
Yeah.
Other sports, like basketball, where anybody could turn an ankle at any point.
Yep. Right, it's dangerous.
Hockey, it's dangerous.
Football it's so far after the season.
That doesn't matter.
Guys,
and the Super Bowl's the neutral side of it.
Guys can't play.
Baseball, of course, is dangerous. Like anything in life is dangerous, but it's the least dangerous of the four sports if we're being like honest.
Right.
And I know what happened with comedy. Like it's freak stuff.
Right, unless you get hit.
But I guess my point is it doesn't matter what you're playing for. If you get hurt, it's probably something freaky that was going to happen regardless. Okay?
Yeah.
Like a hit by pitch or...
Well,
I guess if you're really busted...
It's not going to happen regardless, but it could have happened.
Okay.
In a regular season game. I hear what you're saying. I agree with you.
All right. Now, when Major League Baseball first did this, it happened after that tie in Milwaukee, but Major League Baseball's also at a really dumb point where they just alternated leagues having home field every year, so it kind of made sense anyway. Now, at least you have the best record, so I'm fighting a bigger hill. But here would be my argument, Tiki. Those guys you're talking about playing hard, like Cam Schlittler bowing out of this All-Star game, I liked and I respected because he prioritized the Yankees. But maybe Cam Schlittler doesn't bow out of the All-Star game if he knows his inning might matter to a home field advantage down the line.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep stars engaged and playing in the game and less and less opting out, the game could have value. Now, for those screaming, yelling, well, what does this mean? Like, you're going to go to a World Series and the team that had a Pittsburgh Pirates. I get that argument, but here would be my other argument.
Okay.
In every sport across the board, the numbers and the data have backed up that home field actually means less and less in theory.
Unless you're the Yankees, but keep going.
Oh, okay. Unless you're the Yankees, but keep going. So if we all agree that for the most part, home field actually means less than it did 20 years ago, but it still matters. Teams are going to want that. The players themselves may think it matters more. It may get more people to go, I have to play for my team because at least I want a hand in knowing whether I determine home field in the World Series or not. I know that this is not a popular take. And that's why it's I'm labeling it the big dumb arguments.
Yeah.
I watched last night going, I swear to you, my feet were up on the couch and I said, how much more enjoyable is this game if it means home field advantage in the World Series?
Right.
So I'm planting my flag again. I want to go back to it.
Because you didn't get Schlittler. You didn't get
Mizorowski,
Skeens.
And I would even say...
And that's what the All-Star... Like, you want to see those guys
want to see
at
the
All-Star
stars.
game.
And if you're a manager of a team that's in contention and you think you have a shot to win a World Series, maybe... As the weekend unfolds and you're lining up your rotation, you don't want your starter who's in the All-Star game pitching Sunday because it actually means more to your World Series outcome if they're available to pitch in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I think it really starts to matter. Like for the National League, it mattered even though they got shut out because Dave Roberts is likely to get back there again. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree.
Like Snyder didn't. His team's not going to get back to the World Series, but it just, if you end up having a team that was in the World Series, so they're managing it, and they have a chance to get back there again, they're going to manage it.
Yeah.
Like it means something.
There's different strategy, right? So starters, whether they were injuries or not, bowed out. Like Cody Bellinger and Ben Rice were not original starters.
Mm-hmm.
How about this for strategy, Tiki? Maybe Aaron Boone picks up the phone and goes, I know these guys bowed out, but can we play Bellinger and Rice later in the game instead of earlier in the game? Because I may want them to be a factor late in the game if home field advantage matters.
Maybe.
There's different strategy.
Maybe. It's almost like the weakest link because the American League are conspiring against the National League. But once they get to the World Series or the playoffs, they're now enemies.
They're now enemies. Exactly. So I reiterate, it's called a big dumb argument for a reason. I don't expect baseball to go back. Trying to mess with, I'm sorry if I'm all that, stuff like this. But, I mean, we can all acknowledge last night when you're seeing less and less stars participate, injury or not, baseball had something there. And it was something actually radical and outrageous that people fought against for some reason. I thought it was enjoyable.
Yeah, I hope that baseball is not going the way of the NFL, where it's an honor. It's great to be called an all-star or win, or it goes on your resume, but guys aren't playing. Like the NFL, nobody wants to play in the Pro Bowl. Like nobody goes. It's stupid. It's flag football game.
Shador Sanders was involved last year.
It doesn't make sense for NFL players to play in their All-Star game, the Pro Bowl, and so it's become irrelevant.
Yeah.
And I don't think baseball will ever become irrelevant because of the home run derby and just
and the actual play on the field. Baseball's baseball.
Right. And it's a baseball game.
Exactly.
It just happens to have a lot more stars in it, but it has ticked down for importance.
It has ticked down. So that's my...
Hockey still has what is the hockey?
No, because the thing is, the hockey, they mess up the format every year. Sometimes it's 3-on-3.
They should do 4 nations every year.
I think that's probably where it's trending. And the Islanders and UBS will host the All-Star game. But that's my dumb argument. Should the All-Star game count? I actually believe it should.
Right. Have they committed to that? 4 nations now, if it's going to be every year?
I don't know. I don't think so.
There's like a World Cup of hockey that they're going to do that's kind of like the 4 nations, but it's not going to be in replacing the All-Star game, at least immediately, because the All-Star game is still going to happen. They still have like sites they have to pay out on the All-Star game.
Right, because they already committed to them.
Yeah, so we'll see. That thing's... Hockey, like, there are moments it's great, there's moments not. It's just a convoluted mess. I can't even keep track of what the format is every year, and that's the problem. Baseball is the baseball game every year.
That puts it in kind of the same category as the NFL. It's become less interesting or important.
Exactly. And baseball, I don't know. There's still that cachet. And there was a part of me last night that watched and felt as good a night as the home run derby was, it felt a little bit. Now, the game didn't help. It just, I don't know, stars being out of it. If we start trending in that direction, put a little something on the line. And home field advantage in the World Series, especially if it technically does mean less statistically than it used to, I think we should have less of a problem with. Is that a dumb argument? Maybe. Let's hear you guys at 888-808-1019. Also, little spoiler alert, I feel like Evan Roberts would agree with me because I think he used to like it too. It was like a rare thing me and Evan agreed on was the home field, but that was the sense I got last night. So tomorrow, I'll bring you big dumb argument number 4. Can't wait. Steve and Lindenhurst. Steve, what's up?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Steve.
Hey, sorry guys.
What's up?
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
How we doing?
Go ahead, man.
I got a fun little addition to the World Cup final conspiracy theory that I don't think anyone's talking about yet.
Okay, go ahead.
It's kind of been right in front of our faces for months. The only 2 players plastered on the side of American Dream Mall are Yamal and Messi.
No, is that right?
Is that true?
That is right. It's by where the crossover walks are from the mall to the stadium. Yep.
Wow, okay. Now, here would be my question. First of all, American Dream, not a mall. It's a dream.
Yes, it's a dream, yes.
Second of all, Tiki, my question would be Spain and Argentina, did they already play at the Meadowlands this year?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know France had their group.
France did because they played in Philly and New York.
And they had their group there. I don't think Spain did.
Okay. Because that would be my argument.
I'm almost positive Argentina didn't either.
So my argument would be the games that are hosting the pool play, you'd put those players there. But if they didn't partake, then there's
no, because it was France's group that was there.
Look, Messi is going to be up anywhere that's close to a World
because
Cup final.
Argentina just won.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's interesting because Lamine Yamal is a great young player, but I don't think he's the face of soccer right now.
If I drove past American Dream, I would not know who that was.
Right. So I think they want him to be because he's so young, and he can be if he's really good for the next, 10 years or so. Maybe longer than that, probably 15 years because he's only 18 years old. So I guess that's what they were trying to do, but it's an interesting conspiracy to look at it that way. Now, I would push back against that because Spain defensively has been the reason that they're in the World Cup final. They have given up one goal, and that was against Belgium in the last round. And they've just been better than teams that they played. Now, they had the Cape Verde game was the one where everybody's like, oh, well, Spain's overrated because it was a 0-0 draw. And everyone thought they didn't really have it. But they do because their defense is great.
Yeah.
Defense wins championship cliche that we talk about in American football. It's actually been the reason, and it's why they shut out. They now played France yesterday. Their defense has been great. It's not because of Lamine Yamal, but who knows if once he's there, he has that moment.
And maybe that is. Maybe that's what we walk away from this weekend. Maybe Spain wins this whole thing, and this is what plasters him as that generational global star. I mean, it's on the table. You win a World Cup like that? No,
of course.
Of course it is.
Of course. People are watching. There's tons of viewership for this World Cup.
Yes, there is. And I was wrong. I mean, yesterday, if you looked on social media, remember I complained about the start time? All anybody was talking about 3 o'clock was that game yesterday. So,
right.
Peggy and Hawthorne. Peggy, what's up?
Hey, Peggy.
Oh, hey, guys. Nice to talk to you.
Likewise.
I have a solution for our daylight savings Eastern Standard Time debate.
Okay.
What do you got?
So here's my split the baby. We change everything to the half hour between the two, and then nobody is happy.
Is that possible?
Hey, we spent millions and millions on Y2K because all our computers were going to stop when it turned 2000. So I think if we can spend the money if we had to change everything to that half hour.
That's interesting, but it's hurting my brain. So essentially,
just think about it in a half hour. By the way, I remember that Y2K because that's what I went to school for.
Computer.
I was programming, designing, database design and stuff like that. Like what was going to happen to all of our databases when, because most programs the date field, it only had 6 figures.
Right. So this was going over.
So it's like, what happens when it gets back to 0-0? Even though it never was 0-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were designed later than 0-0. So even if it was a cluster, you would have had 20 something years before you actually had to deal with it. So it's interesting.
Tiki, going back to the 2000 Giants conversation we had a couple hours ago, there are people in our audience who have no idea what the hell Y2K is and what we're even talking about.
Yeah, Y2K was basically what's going to happen to all the fields that had date as one of the variables, because now you'd have 2 potential files that had the same date,
and everything would just kind of crash
down. It was only 6
these
figures. It wasn't 9 or 8. It was only 6.
My dad worked at a bank, and he said they had meetings for like weeks and weeks about that. They were terrified about something crazy happening.
It's all we talked about. It was the how do we fix this? How do we mitigate this? And a lot of people got into computer programming because they wanted to do that. Now it'd be easy. You just say, hey, ChatBeach or whatever,
pick whatever
AI bot. Fix this, and it would do it in a couple days.
It's not that long ago, and what we were fearful of technology. Like, think about our fears about technology.
Yeah.
You said Dick Clark's counting down, and we're like, oh my God, and then everything was completely
What's going to
fine.
happen?
Yeah. At 12:15, everybody was on their way home at the Wendy's drive-thru, and they were up and running.
And nothing happened.
Exactly. Val in the Bronx. Val, what's up?
Hey, Val.
Tiki the living legend barber, Mr. More Yankees, Morash.
Val, what's cooking, man?
What up, brother?
Shout out to Rico Roberts. Hope you're enjoying your vacation, brother.
Yes, he is. He's just doing more podcasts on it. Yeah.
Heard you. Okay, so this one is a little bit interesting. It's a hypothetical, okay? But I think, especially where the conversation is going now in this week of, with the baseball being down and everything like that, everybody's talking football, all right? The Giants have some elevated expectations.
No doubt. Mostly because of the coach.
And the Jets, we are kind of like our expectations have been lowered to the point where there's some people that are actually indifferent. My hypothetical to you is, okay, with all the stuff that I'm hearing, and I'm actually hearing a little bit of condescending stuff about my Jets too, which I'm taking offense to, but I'm trying to ignore.
Okay.
In a world, right, where at the end of this current season, I would like to know what the reaction will be if the Jets actually, and I know I'm going to sound crazy saying this.
Yeah.
But if the Jets actually turn out to have a better record than the Giants at the end of this upcoming season, what will be the expectation for that? Like,
well, Val, are you talking about a winning season for both, or like the Giants are 4 and whatever 13, and the Jets are 9 and 8? Like if that's what you're saying,
that last scenario.
If that happens, I think Giant fans will be very, very disappointed and frustrated that the Jets are actually moving. And then let's assume Geno Smith has a decent year, but they're then going to also draft their quarterback of the future next year because there's so many in the 2027 draft, and it feels like that snap of a finger, the Jets jump the Giants. That's what would happen.
Well, I think, again, this comes down to the quarterback question. And if Jaxson Dart is going to take the next step forward, and you theory hired the right coach to win those games that are in the margins, it's not that the Giants need to go out and have a big year, but it would be ultra disappointing to look across town or in the same stadium and see the Jets on kind of like a free-flying, we don't know what we're doing, a quarterback year, go and have the more successful season.
And the reason that becomes an issue is because we talk about in the preseason, it's always about the quarterback. Like, what's your quarterback going to look like? And there are other pieces that help teams win. Like you get a good defender, you have an impact wide receiver or skill position player. But we always tend to focus on just who the quarterback is to determine what we think about a team going forward. I mean, it's how I do it. And I look at a lot of the issues or details of teams, and I still can't help but look at the quarterback.
Well, Tiki, unlike any other sport, ultimately the teams have to be good around them, because otherwise you could end up in a situation where the Bengals don't make the playoffs, right? But when you look at coach quarterback as a combination, you roll the dice on those best coach quarterback combinations, more likely than not, those are the teams playing at the end of the year.
Yes. And I mean, it's always that way.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's why...
I'm trying to think of the last one that wasn't that way.
Right, because, I mean, you have McVay, Stafford. You believe in Sirianni, Hurts.
Yep. And that was Hurts and Mahomes.
And Andy Reid, Mahomes.
Yep. Before that, it was.
I'm trying to think. And then you had all the Brady, Belichick ones.
Right.
Brady, Bruce Arians.
Yep.
I mean, again, do the math. These are all great coach quarterback combinations.
Yeah, you just don't get there unless you have that.
Yeah, you need it. You need that combination.
Trent Dilfer and Brian Billick.
Yeah, but that was like 20 years ago.
But also, now think about it.
26 years ago.
It's 26 years ago, and you made a quip. What's the exception there? One of the 5 great defenses of all time.
Right.
Or Peyton Manning, and was it John Fox was the head coach that year? Or was it
Gary Kubiak?
Gary Kubiak. But he was a good coach. They weren't together for a long time.
But he was still one of the greatest quarterbacks that we've ever seen.
Right. Yeah. And Kubiak was underrated as a coach. I know he's not a Hall of Fame type coach, but he was underrated.
But he got sick. What happened with him?
I don't know if it was sick or
because he left, right? And he didn't coach again.
Now you're saying that. I don't want to speculate. I do think there was something health related, but then he was like in some kind of NFL role, but not a coach.
Role,
yes. Yeah. After that, I forget exactly how that played out.
He came back as a senior personnel advisor for the Broncos for a little bit.
Right.
For one,
but he never coached again.
He never did, no.
Yeah.
Never coached again. I remember Brian Billick was never
No, he was assistant head coach for the Vikings for a year.
Oh, under O'Connell?
Is 2019. That was...
it was pre-O'Connell. Who was the coach before O'Connell?
Zimmer.
Oh, okay. Because he was tight with Zimmer. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Taco Frank, what's up, buddy?
What's happening?
What's going on, boys? How we doing?
All's good.
Good. Long time no talk. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I took the ride up, man, to the All-Star Game stuff, and dude, the Derby was absolutely awesome.
Hey, what was? Did you go to the All-Star Game as well?
You know, I've been to, I guess, 3 of both now, and we didn't do the All-Star Game just because there's never as much juice for it, dude.
Right.
The Derby is just a lot more fun. It's like it's just so action packed, and the tickets went at the end, the standing room was going for about $1,700 for the All-Star game.
Are you
Just
serious?
got it really out of hand.
Wow.
Dude, it went nuts.
The reason I ask you, Frank, is because I was wondering if it was a heavy Philly crowd in the All-Star game as well, like it was in the Derby.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. The Derby was probably 90%. I mean, there's some of us Yankee fans scattered around, but dude, the Philly atmosphere, it's like, old school Yankee Red Sox stuff. Like it's great. I think if you're from the Northeast, you love it and you appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys saw they're booing everybody. I mean, the loudest boo of the night in my section came when the Spike guy ran out of product.
That's great. That's great. That's a good Philly story, though. I respect that.
They drilled the guy, dude, and then you guys saw like when the kids are dropping the pop-ups, they're on them like
Frank.
crazy.
Funny, Frank. Stay on the line. I just want to bring this up. We have an intern, Dylan, out there.
Mm-hmm.
He is friends with the brother of the kid that got booed and dropped the pass because he's a Philly kid.
Get out, really?
And he was just telling me the kid loved that he got booed.
Oh yeah, I mean,
he said he embraced. He's like, I deserve to get booed.
That's a rite of passage in life.
So I do want to bring that up because people were upset that kid got booed. Apparently, the kid loved that he got booed.
That's
okay,
awesome.
so continue on, Frank.
That's basically MLB got it right, dude. Getting rid of that clock. I don't know whoever came up with that, but they should be canned. I mean, that clock where it becomes like a race, and the guys, some guys would get 40 swings, some guys would get 32.
Yeah,
they really did it right, but now it's time, like you were saying, they need to fix the game because the game just needs some juice behind it. I know people gave them a hard time about putting the World Series home field advantage for it. I always like that because you got to give something for the players to. Just to go after it and give them a little bit more of a push kind of thing. But great weekend. Philly did an outstanding job with it, and I hate saying that kind of, but they really did it good. And it's time, Shaun, you need to get on your soapbox, buddy. We need to bring it to Yankee Stadium.
Right, Frank. Do you agree with Shaun's dumb argument that it should count now towards home field in the World Series?
I liked when they had it as the winner gets home field for the World Series.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did too. And I never once thought it. Thanks, Frank. I never once thought it was absurd. But naysayers did. I don't know. The more I watch the game, the more I wish it did. It's not even that big a deal either.
Right.
I think it's just a little thing.
Look, it does matter that the best team in baseball, a team that has the best record, say the Dodgers win 100 and 4 games this year. Of course they should. I mean, they've earned the right to have home field if they get to the World Series. But there's something about the gimmick of the All-Star game that makes it more important.
What if I gave you this caveat? What if home field it determines home field unless you win 100 games?
Now you're getting into like the
but it didn't matter.
You're getting in the small print
because you won't know if a team's won 100 games at the time of the All-Star game. So you're still playing for it, having the players show up. But look. If a team wins 94 games and a team wins 91 games, those two teams are in there, and those 94. My point is,
or even if what if it's the same?
Oh, okay.
Like, what if both teams in the World Series have 92 wins? Who gets home field?
Who gets home field? I forget how that gets determined.
Right.
But the point is,
they're small print anyways.
Didn't we say last year or haven't we got 2 straight years without a 100-win team in baseball? Am I correct on that?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm right. If I'm not, stop screaming that. But the point is, it's getting harder and harder to win 100 games in baseball. If you get to that point and then you win the World Series and you feel shafted because a guy in the Brewers got a hit in the 9th inning of an All-Star game, I understand that. So I'd be willing to give that caveat. By the end of the year, and maybe, by the way, that has a team played a little harder on that last weekend of the year going, hey, we got 97 wins. Let's try to sweep here. We could be the only 100-win team. We get to the World Series. It doesn't matter what happened in the All-Star game.
Right.
Well, why? Because it's a little too convoluted and wonky? Who cares? Have fun with your All-Star game. All right. When we come back, Frank brought up
They should have the football players at the Pro Bowl play a baseball game and have the baseball players play a football game.
Exactly. Frank did bring up a point about Yankee Stadium, the All-Star game, which I want to address when we come back. It's Evan and Tiki up until 2 o'clock, and the Carton Show comes your way on The Fan.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
Speeding catches up with you, paid for by NHTSA. Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. World Cup semifinals, I think Argentina's luck runs out today. The reigning World Cup champions have been fortunate to get to this stage, scraping their way past Cabo Verde, Egypt, and Switzerland. England haven't been perfect either, but here's the key difference. They don't rely on one player to do everything like Argentina does with Messi. One of the nastiest rivalries in all of soccer is nearly a pick'em. I like England to advance to their first World Cup final in 60 years. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet Smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Make this your summer of unforgettable drives in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Their expert team makes shopping easy and stress-free. One reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison for luxury driving all summer long.
Recovering from an addiction is an individual accomplishment. A young mother who chose recovery to care for her family. A high school athlete overcoming opioid addiction. A couple celebrating his recovery. Everyone's recovery is different, and there's no shame in asking for help. Call 844-REACH-NJ. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to help you find the recovery option that's best for you. Tell us your story, and let's begin your recovery today. A message from New Jersey Human Services.
Hey, Yankees fans! Join us at Yankee Stadium on Friday, August 21st, as the Yankees take on the Toronto Blue Jays. And don't miss Cody Bellinger Bobblehead Night, presented by T-Mobile. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will take home an exclusive Cody Bellinger bobblehead. Get here early, grab the giveaway, and cheer on the Bronx Bombers. Tickets are available now at Yankees.com/tickets.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Orgavada Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Listen weekdays to Evan and Tiki for the call of the day. Brought to you by Wind Creek Bethlehem. Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
The savings are here! The savings are here!
Happy birthday, America!
It's America's 250th birthday.
We're celebrating all month long at Nielsen Dodge
by giving you freedom of choice. Save up to $250 off service. Save up to $250 off accessories.
With leases for $250 or under.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lease
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. Just $250 a month. Yes, just $250 a month.
There's always zero down payment. The credit help you need. More savings with your trade-in.
And of course, great deals. For leases $250 or under, hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at NielsenDodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Make this the summer event. With approval, term 24 months, due at sign, 6343, and tax tag and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
If you're a small business owner, choosing the right wireless provider can make a huge difference. Trust me on this. That's why I've always and only partner with Verizon Business. Their My Biz plan makes it easy to build a wireless plan that fits the exact way you work. Period. Stop. Get the flexibility and reliability your business deserves, including built-in security or international calling. Connect with a Verizon Business rep today at verizon.com/bizfans and get started right away.
Today's Match Day Preview is presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. Download the Fanatics Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. The World Soccer Championship has been incredible, and there are only 2 games left to go. Let's look back at some of the best games of the tournament so far, including England defeating Mexico in the round of 16. England was minus 130, favorite to qualify for the next round, and escaped with the win. How about the upset of the tournament when Paraguay defeated Germany in Boston? Paraguay was plus 560 to qualify for the next round and took down Germany in penalty kicks. Finally, we nearly had an all-time upset with Cape Verde. Argentina was minus 1,700 to qualify for the next round. They needed extra time to win. It's been an amazing tournament, and the third-place game in Miami and the final in East Rutherford, New Jersey should be great as well. This has been your official Odyssey Sports Match Day Preview, brought to you by Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Listen in ahead of each match day for the latest betting insights from Fanatics all tournament long.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve. But my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Relive an amazing Mets season when the 1986 World Series champions reunite at Citi Field on Saturday, August 1st. Be there to celebrate the players, memories, and moments that made 86 unforgettable. Get your tickets now at Mets.com/tickets.
The Mets are making noise in Queens. What's your take on the Amazings? Call us now at 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. It's England and Argentina, 3 p.m. down in Atlanta. Winner advances to take on Spain in the World Cup final at the Meadowlands on Sunday. We did have Taco Frank right before the break. He subtly slipped in there. It's time for me to start pounding the table about Yankee Stadium and the All-Star Game. And he's right to this extent. Enough time has passed now where the Yankees, to honor the final year of Yankee Stadium, 2008, hosted the All-Star Game. And that was the famous Josh Hamilton home run derby, a fun time. And we had, remember, that very short time, I think it was in 2013, if I'm right on that, Citi Field hosted. So New York got All-Star Games 2 out of 5 years. But here's the thing, Tiki. As you watched last night at Citizens Bank, and I think they did a great job, America 250, even the Ray Charles moment I thought was really cool. Dude, we're talking about 18 years since the Yankees hosted the All-Star Game. New Yankee Stadium is going to be going on 2 decades old, never have hosted one. And usually
is there a reason for that?
I think it's just because they hosted it to close the old stadium. So you want to try to, like, you could go through, in theory, you want to make the case that 31 other teams should have an All-Star Game before you get one again, but that's not really how it works. I think there has been a double up, and I don't know if it was Seattle or somebody since that's happened, but how many stadiums have been built over the last 18 years that haven't already hosted an All-Star Game besides the new Yankee Stadium? And I didn't do enough research on it, but I'd venture to guess almost all of them have. Almost all of them had. The point is the clock's ticking. You got to get new Yankee Stadium and All-Star. At some point, you're going to get to the point. Yankee Stadium's really not that new anymore, and they haven't hosted one.
I don't even know how they decide that. It's just kind of like, oh, where's the All-Star Game as the season's already started? And I'm sure it's determined way before that.
Yeah, it's usually 2 years before, although with the labor negotiations, have they even declared the next couple? I'd have to look that up. I don't even know where next year's is supposed to be, and I didn't know if a lot of that was on hold. I knew about the Philly one for a while. I don't know. Connor, if you could look that up.
If people are going to come in town, the infrastructure is here, obviously.
Yeah, and we've done them and done well.
Right.
Two of them.
So it's not a logistics issue. It must just be we want other places to have the All-Star
You would
game.
think. Okay, it looks like the Cubs and Wrigley will host next year.
So and it doesn't have anything for 2028. It doesn't look like.
Okay, so nothing on the table for 2028. Wrigley, it's been a while for Wrigley, so that's understandable. That'll be a really cool setting. They probably don't have anything for 2028 in case baseball is missed next year and they have to move Wrigley to 2028. But beyond that, it's just time. It's just time. UBS wasn't even a thought the last time the Yankees hosted an All-Star Game. They're hosting an NHL All-Star Game next year. So Yankee Stadium, we're long overdue for a home run derby at All-Star Game, and we know we'd have a ton of fun around here if that happened. All right, let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019. All right, Jeff and Rockaway. Why not? Jeff, what's up?
Yes, sir. Here I am.
What's up, man?
You call me J-Rock from now on, okay? Because I'm the best caller. Not the best caller. I'm the best voice on the station, okay?
Nice. All right, J-Rock. I'm not going to remember that next time you call, but I'll try now.
First thing I'm going to do is explain the Colin McGregor situation that nobody in the world knows about or has the ability to understand like I do, okay?
Okay.
All right. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
And if I'm right and you agree with me, I'll do 2 hours on the show with you guys. How's that?
What a reward.
I know more about baseball than any 10 people in the world. Okay?
All right, how about you just get to the point? How about that? All right.
Okay. Now, let's say Colin McGregor had a previous torn ACL, correct?
Okay.
Let's assume that, okay? All right. Now, if you go into the ring and you walk in there and just throw a couple of jabs and your knee, if you pivot just a little, your knee's gonna collapse. I've had a torn ACL.
Okay.
So what happens if you have one? You have to make a decisive pivot move to make believe that it was hurt at that time. And you have to do it right away, because if you don't, you're going to make a very small move, 15-degree pivot, and your knee's going to fall out. And they're going to say,
Wow, J-Rock. J-Rock. Now, what fighter was this?
You must have had it you must have had a precondition.
J-Rock.
You feel me?
J-Rock, I feel it. What fighter was this?
Colin McGregor, the big fight.
Oh,
Torn
Colin
ACL.
McGregor. I forgot about Colin McGregor.
Are you asleep? Are you asleep?
Well, who
Wake
did
up.
Colin
I'm on the
McGregor
phone
fight
with
this
you.
weekend?
Wake up. Wake up. I'm hanging up. That's it.
All right. Do you know who Colin McGregor fought this week?
I mean, is he a relative of yours?
No.
You know, as a Connor myself, we get Colin a lot.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you
all
go.
the time. In
Okay.
school, Colin all the time.
I'm sorry. I do love the arrogance of saying you know more. By the way, you may.
And
may
he
be a
hung
great
up on
baseball-
you after that, too.
Right. But then to get mad telling me to wake up, you don't even have the fighter's name right.
Who the is that guy?
Exactly. David and Tom's River. David, what's up?
Hey, David.
Hey, Shaun. Hey, Tiki. How you guys doing today?
Oh, good, man. What's up?
I'm agreeing with Shaun. I think the All-Star Game should determine home field, because when I was little and watching the All-Star Game, I looked forward to that every summer, like the middle of the summer, as something to look forward to, because like it actually meant something. And then it meant more than, because the Pro Bowl, even when I was little and even now, that sucks. So I didn't look forward to that at the end of football year. And then, like, the NHL one is kind of a joke, too, and I love watching hockey, too.
Yeah.
So,
No,
like,
and David, it's just
the
one of those
MLB
things.
one-
It makes the game matter, but really, what are we talking about here? It'll make that better, but does it? I guess the point is, if you got to the World Series, are people going to complain really that the All-Star Game determined? People will, but really, in the end, if you win or lose the World Series, it should be because you performed.
Yes.
Not because home field was determined. I actually think put it this way. The reason I'm in favor of it, David, and after watching like you did in your childhood, I think it enhances the All-Star Game more than it actually hurts the World Series.
Yeah, it doesn't. It probably won't hurt the World Series.
Especially in today's day and age.
Exactly. Because it's really, when you think about it, it's one game. Now, if it's like it was 2 years ago when the Yankees are traveling across the country, then it kind of is a big deal. Right? Because it's a lot of travel.
Or maybe...
I mean, you just went to California.
Oh, God.
That ride sucks.
And again, I'm not traveling like the Yankees, but it does suck. It absolutely sucks. It's for some place that's really not that far in theory in the world retrospect, it's a long flight.
Mm-hmm.
It just is. All right, Anthony in White Plains. Anthony, what's up?
Hey, good afternoon, fellas. Colorado had the All-Star Game twice because there was some like political reason in Atlanta.
When Atlanta got it taken away? Yes, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, and Seattle had it twice too, like that I remember in 2001 and I believe 2023.
But still, that's 22 years.
Yeah, it's 22 years. They got it twice. Yeah. Right, exactly.
Yep. That the list that Connor did, it was a tremendous list. There was one missing.
Colin, you mean?
If you remember the NFL on CBS when they came back in 1998, that was the greatest theme of all time. And that reminds me of when the Giants beat the undefeated Broncos and well-dressed Amani Toomer caught the game-winning touchdown.
That's right.
So that's why I love that theme song.
The older CBS one. Yes, I agree. It's a
You
subtle
have that,
difference.
Connor?
I believe I have it right here.
Let's hear
This
it.
is, I think it should be it.
Yes, this is it.
It's funny because it's so familiar to the tournament.
Yes, similar sounds. They must use similar
the music, the music
composers. Yeah,
This sounds like it was made 100 years ago, though, doesn't it?
This is also old school video game like.
Yeah. Even the graphics here on the YouTube, it's 1998 is not that long ago, but the technology just was not the same.
It is wild. Because if you closed your eyes and thought about, at least for Tiki and I, what 1998 looked like, it feels like today. Like in my mind.
I mean, that was my second year in the league.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel that long ago, but if you actually looked, you ever see footage of the cop cars driving by New York City from the early 2000s? You're like, that's what they look like? I don't remember that. I feel like they just look like they look now.
Or CGI from any movie in the early 2000s is so terrible.
It's terrible, but in reality, we all lived it, and it doesn't, I don't know. I feel like I'm walking the streets. I feel like I'm looking at the same stuff. I guess not.
Do you remember who threw that pass to well-dressed Amani Toomer?
In 1998, it was Kent Graham.
There you go.
Come on now. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, it was
Let's go.
Great throw, great catch.
Which is why the 2005 game versus Denver kind of felt like we were doing that all over again, although they weren't undefeated when Eli hit Toomer again.
Right.
And that kind of, that 05 run with the Giants.
That year, what were they? They were 13-3 that year.
Yeah. Yeah,
in the
that
regular
was,
season.
That was a great 2005. Those two Giant Bronco games were incredible. Then I think the next time the Broncos came in, they kicked the Giants' ass, and Trindon Holiday returned a punt for a touchdown.
Trindon Holiday.
And I'm a Giant.
He was a quarterback, right?
Maybe in college.
In college.
Not, in the NFL, he was like a returner, slot wide receiver. I'm telling you, look that up. Giants Broncos at
he was a great returner. He ran one back, I think, against the Ravens in the 2012 AFC Divisional.
So these were all if you separate, it was 98 to 2005 was 7-8 years. And then I think that next one was, I want to say 2005 to 2013. I think that's when they played.
No, he wasn't a quarterback.
He wasn't?
No, because he was little.
All right. I don't remember that. And then the game after that when Denver came was the famous Teddy Bridgewater versus Daniel Jones, and the Denver Broncos social media team dunked on me after because I said there's no way the Giants are losing that game. And they did, badly. Devin in Hamilton. Devin, what's up?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
What's going on, Devin?
So I had this thought for a few years, and right after the All-Star Game, when nothing else is going on, it's the perfect time to talk about it.
Give it to us. We love this.
You guys know how we have the sports GOAT conversation for greatest of all time.
Yeah.
There's a flaw in it, and I think I found the solution.
Okay.
I'm hoping you guys can help me with this. Instead of GOAT, we got to spell it GOTE. greatest of their era.
Okay. So only debate.
Why build?
Okay.
Yeah, because how can you compare Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, LeBron James? It's impossible.
So in this case, LeBron would be compared more to Steph Curry, let's say?
Yeah, in 2010s, yeah.
Or
and
Kevin
I was
Durant,
talking to one of my coworkers
Yeah.
about it. 2000, the 2000s ago.
So, Devin, I
Four
much
names
prefer
that we
this
thought of.
argument, but I'm going to thank you for the call. I'm going to give you the flaw in the argument. The flaw in the argument is I kind of think it's pretty unanimous in most sports who the greatest of their eras usually are. Usually.
Yeah.
Now, you want to tell me there's a Peyton Manning, Tom Brady debate? Okay, but Tom Brady's greater in terms of championships.
Right.
Even though I might have preferred the style and the ability of Peyton Manning.
The quarterbacking acumen, all
And
that other good stuff.
Different players, as great as Curry and Durant are, LeBron is clearly greater to me. But I guess the point is, if you're even having a GOAT, if you're even taking place in a GOAT debate, even if people are dunking on it, a lot of people agree that Jordan's better than LeBron, right? But the fact that LeBron can even be in that argument,
right?
How could I have a greatest of the era argument?
If it's
you're never having the Steph Curry versus LeBron argument.
No, it depends on what you want. It's what's
True.
great to you.
True. I guess
LeBron is never going to be Steph.
Never.
But Steph can never be LeBron either.
And even in baseball right now, if you're doing the greatest of their era, it's probably Shohei versus Judge. And how is it, with all due respect, not Shohei? Now he's won a couple titles.
Right.
And he does both.
And he's a phenomenal pitcher as well.
So, I appreciate that because I get tired of GOAT debates, but I kind of think the greatest of their era, more times than not, is going to be a layup and not really a debate.
Yeah. And so then you'd end up having to do, the greatest of their era.
Right.
Who's the greatest of all the era?
It's going to turn into four guys and ultimately lead you back to another GOAT debate.
Right.
Or you can say who was the greatest in the era that they played in compared to the greatest of the other guys in their eras.
Right. But now that becomes really headachy.
I know, because now you're thinking too deep. It's too deep.
My brain's going to combust. Colin, great point, though. John in Easton. John, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up, John?
So I was just going to call in about as far as, who's going to get home field advantage. And I don't think it should be determined by the All-Star Game.
Give us a reason why.
Because you play such a long season with your own teammates and you earn it. It shouldn't be determined by other players from other teams. If you're going to play 160 some odd games throughout the course of the year and you have the best record, you earned it.
Well, Sean, how about this, though? Most times you're separated, let's say at most by 6 games in the standings, depending on the team you're having in the World Series. But the American League and National League play different schedules. You're playing more teams versus your division. Is that fair if you have an easier division and that gets you more wins and that determines home field?
Okay, so let's look at it this way. So let's take the NBA. What if the NBA was determined by the All-Star Game? Okay, so, they play every team, West Coast, East Coast, they play everybody.
Yeah.
And the Knicks would have been maybe not had home field advantage because of the NBA All-Star Game? No.
Okay, but also we already declared that we're not talking about other sports because of the differences in the way the game is played.
Right.
Basketball All-Star Games, now you're going to be asking people to do more defense, risk actual Baseball is a less dangerous game inherently, and therefore
you can play hard in baseball and not risk injury. If you play hard in basketball, there's a chance you're going to get you could get injured.
I'm not advocating to make the NBA All-Star Game count for something because I understand the way the game is played is different. So I can't even have that argument. This is about the way baseball is played. And also, as far as, it wouldn't have been fair for the Knicks were the 3 seed in their own conference anyway.
Yes.
So you could make the case they didn't even earn it in the regular season. So what are we even talking about? Al in Jersey. Al, what's up? This better be better than John and Maspeth earlier.
What's up, Al?
No, listen, first of all, I just want to say I really enjoyed watching Jose Soto play yesterday in the All-Star Game.
Jose Soto was great.
Yeah,
John Davis had a great broadcast, too.
Exactly. Quick, just to stay on theme, a dumb trade idea. Evan keeps telling us that we have to worry about the 2027 lineup because we can't trade Bo Bichette because we're going to need power in the 2027 lineup. How about we take Vientos and Beatty, package them, and send them to the Baltimore Orioles for Pete Alonso? How about adding that kind of power?
Al.
Dude,
clap it up.
Here's the thing. Would Met fans love and champion that? They absolutely would.
Of
the
course
answer
they
is
would.
Hell yes.
They would love and champion it. The funny thing is, would we champion David Stearns for being humble enough? Again, we know this is never happening.
It would be an admission of a mistake.
You know how we always say, well, a guy will never admit his mistakes? What if a guy for once stepped up and did?
Yeah.
Like pretty quickly.
And you never really see that from executives.
You never do.
No.
And you're not going to here.
Right, because it jeopardizes their job. It's like a glaring error on their resume.
But isn't it a better declaration on your job to admit a mistake quicker and rectify it quicker than just go down with not admitting it's a mistake and out of spite?
All right, you say this in business all the time. Fail quickly.
Yes. So you can kind of move on.
100%.
Franchise quarterbacks.
Right.
You'd rather
by the
them,
way,
if they're going to fail, you'd rather them fail quickly.
And it's funny because the NFL has gotten to that point. And by the way, they kind of put it in the rules with the 5th-year option. And I mean, let's face it, this is really I think it's about two positions in particular. One is the quarterback because you need to determine, am I paying this guy?
Yes.
The other one is running backs because you get these really good running backs. That's why it's worth it taking them in the first round, because if they turn out to be really good, you're really only getting 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to utilize them until they start to get banged up. And then you keep them for the 5th-year option.
That's exactly right.
And then franchise tag them so you could have them for 6 years.
Yeah, and it's basically, that's not fair to the running back, but yeah, that's the business.
It's the nature of the game.
Which brings me back to my next point, Tiki. Never use a top 5 pick on a running back because you're probably not in position.
Unless you're ready to win.
But if you're ready to win, you're probably not picking top 5 unless there was a catastrophic injury year the year before.
That's right.
It all comes full circle. It always comes back to the running back. All right, the Carton Show comes your way next. Tiki and I will be back tomorrow from the studios, Friday at Fanatics Fest. Enjoy a sports-free night with the World Cup at 3 o'clock. Have fun with your free night. We'll see you later, Colin Green. We'll see you tomorrow.